Welcome everybody to Talk That Talk,
Taking
where we have the unfiltered, unscripted, uncomfortable conversation. All right.
Y'all gonna listen to this whole thing. We be all right. All right. Welcome everybody. Shoot. Got me excited. Welcome everybody to Talk That Talk. We have the unfiltered, unscripted, uncomfortable conversation about band, HBCU band culture, music education, and more. And yes, this is the Spartan Legion show. I have been trying to put this show on for 2 years, and I was trying to do like something super big, but then I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna rock it. I don't have any notes this tonight. I don't have no plans. I'm just going to go because of the fact that it's homecoming week. And so I am going to just enjoy this time with Legion family. I'm going to open up the room. Anybody in the Legion who wants to come in, I have pinned it to the chat. At any point you want to come in, we may have some special guests coming through. But until then, I do have a couple of people backstage. So I want to go ahead and bring them in. And I'm trying to bring in people from all different eras of the Legion. So I'm telling you now, if I march with you, come in. If I didn't march with you, come in. Let's make this thing happen. So here we go. I'm bringing in somebody who's a friend to the Passion Is Network and to the Talk That Talk family. Got brother Derek in here. All right. Next, after that, I mean, y'all know this guy. We've talked about this guy so much, and he's always a part of the show. Brother Rick. And then I had to call this guy because this guy is a complete legend. He is a legend. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If anybody has seen the video of the Dizzy section at Howard in the street, matter of fact, that thing has been passed around multiple times, right? But I had to get the pimp in here. So everybody say, what's up to Pimp Jose? All right, so that's the young brother who's out playing the solo right in the front. And another good brother that we have right behind the screen with us, just got in his car. I don't know as many things as I can say about him. Great guy, good brother, my good brother, Farad. What's going on, man? Oh, man. So, and again, I'm going to try to continue to bring in as many people as I can. So again, if you guys are in the chat, and just go click the link, come in. We will have as much conversation as we possibly can in this time. Yes, Derek is literally a part of every section. All right, so first of all, how are you brothers doing today?
Good, man. I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'm great. Can't complain.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Feeling old.
Yeah, if you feeling old, Rick is the oldest one on this team.
Feeling
So,
dusty.
the first thing that I want to do is I want to let you all know that clip of Behold, who can guess what year that was?
That was 02.
Tight.
Oh.
Next.
Oh, 01. It's one of the two.
I think it was 02. To me, it sounds like 02.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm gonna go with 07.
07? All right.
No, I missed the clip. I was running to the car.
It's all right. You good. All right. So here we go. The answer is Jamar got it right. 2001, Morris Brown, after the Super Morris Brown battle that went down where the whole Legion's face was completely done.
We were gassed. We had been playing for an hour straight, bro. Dr. Sanford let us stay in there all night. Usually we are going to hit three songs, Calvert and Drew, and we are getting out of here. And that day he was like, just let them go. I was like, really?
So the way that I have been told that story, because I came in 02, so I wasn't there. Unfortunately, I missed that whole situation, right? But the way that I've been told that story, Doc let the band completely release everything that they had in the book. It didn't matter if it was the warm-up, they was playing it.
And we would get crucified today because we definitely repeated a few songs in the fifth. We had played Juke Joint like 6 times that game, and then turned around and played it in the fifth again. And we all looking at Doc like, really? Play Juke Joint. I was like, all right. So it was crazy though, man. Like that whole day was crazy. We got there, and all the hype was like all around Morris Brown at the time for all that stuff that was happening with Drumline and stuff like that. So everybody was gassing them. And then the thing about it was, I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all knew this, but that year, that was like the year where people were really passing Morris Brown tapes around for that tuba part in that Babyface song. So that whole week we had been getting gassed. Oh man, they about to put foots in y'all. Y'all heard that Babyface?
on that There She Goes.
On that There She Is, bro.
Yeah,
and we sitting there like, look, it was funny. Well, we'll probably talk about it, so I don't ruin it. But it was a crazy day, man. Like it was a fight on the field between the Spartan guard and some folks from there. Donnell jumped out the stands.
Yeah, when he was conducting, right?
Yeah, he was conducting Matador, the trumpet fanfare. And on the last note, this man went like this, put his hands up, and literally jumped 10 feet out of the stands. And so if you watch that video, Drew, I'm sure you can find that video online.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
We're
it
about
up.
to talk about it anyway because Jose is here. But that was
go ahead, Rick.
right. That was when I was playing it, and it won't the same as when Jose come in.
Put all the Jose butter on it.
Right.
So, speaking of 2000, go ahead.
Oh no, I was ready to say, that's just a mixture of, me being around y'all and Dr. Zachary. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like, you guys held us, the generation coming in, right, after y'all accountable. You know what I mean? So,
but it was Julian, let him in because I need him to talk too. Let him because he can help me with this, man.
All right. So speaking of 2001, we have another legend in this room. I'm just the fly on the wall right now. I'm just the guy here, just running this thing here. But I gotta let another legend in here. He's been on the show before, but he is legendary as it pertains to the Legion, legendary as it pertains to the Dizziac section. So let's go ahead and let him in, brother Anton. What's going on, bro?
Got it, man. Don't do me like that.
Bruh.
What's going on? How y'all doing? Brothers, good to see
What's
y'all.
up, Anton?
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, look how old
It's
we are
good to
now,
see
dog.
all
Like,
It's good to see all of y'all. It's good to see all of y'all, man.
hey, bro.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and do this because I want to try to do this the right way. So everybody go around and let's start with Derek. Let's say the year that you came in and your instrument and anything else that you. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop. Hold up, wait a minute. Somebody just came in here. Oh Lord. We have another famous person that had just walked into this daggone
I'm
room.
glad we got somebody other than some dizzies in here.
Right?
Hey, Dizzy's,
Well,
Dizzy's running.
well, we can't say that about fraud. Hey, god dang. Anyway, but we got a legend in here. She said that she wasn't going to be able to come. I think she done froze. Let's see if we can get her in here. Is she in here? Oh, her page is loading.
She froze.
Darn it! It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. But anyway, while we get her, there she go. And she left out again. While we get her
You said
going,
there she go.
right there she go. While we get her going, let's go around the room. Let's say where you're from, not where you're from, but what year you came in, what instrument, and anything else you did in the Legion. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and start because I'm part of this too. So O2, Dizziac, section leader, screamer. I guess I need to say that. I guess that's important. I guess and student arranger. So there we go. Derek, you got it.
All right, I'm gonna try to keep it short. Derek, man, rookie class 2011, came in bodacious tuba section. I'm section leader in sophomore year, and the Horny Horns section leader of that. D Horns section leader of that. Student arranger, rookie advisor for a couple rookie classes. Yeah, man, I just love band. I love the culture of band. I love making music. And the Legion was like a dream come true for me, man. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep it short though. That's me.
All right. I'm gonna jump to Tia real quick because I don't know what that internet talking about in that airport. So Tia, go ahead.
Oh wait, I missed the question. What happened? Are we
My
doing
bad.
introduction?
Yes, year, what you did in the band, so on and so forth. You got it.
Okay. Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm Tia Payne
up, Tia?
Diggs. I'm Hot Ice. My rookie year is 2003, so I marched seasons 03, 04, 05, and 06. My last Legion performance ended off on Honda in 2007. So
That's a
that
good
was
one.
a very
That's
great
a
send
good one.
off. A very great send off for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, you got to get Tony over here, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got it. This is gonna be a packed room today.
You got to get look, because Tonio older than me, dog. You got
Let's get you Rick, and then we'll get. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get Rick and Jose and Farad and Anton, and then we'll get Tonio right after Anton.
All right, Rick, class of 2000, the start of it. Official band cancer, according to Dr. Sanford. Kicked out the band many times. Never was a section leader, drum major, nothing. Because I was a cancer, according to Doc. I marched 2000, 2001, 2002. Yeah, and being in the Legion was great, man. Like I tell people all the time, I did not love the Legion. I love the people I was in the Legion with.
My dog.
I mean, it's the truth, man. Like y'all, we'll talk about it. I love the people that I was in the Legion with. I was in the Legion with some stone cold killers, and we were not like we were just different. We were built different, and so I appreciate that part of my Legion experience. But yeah, man, it's cool to be here.
All right, Jose,
All right.
rookie B. I'll go ahead and get it right.
My name is Jose Palmier. I'm rookie class of 2002. I'm a Dizzy. I never was a section leader either, but I felt like I always was some kind of a leader. I'm a guitar player. Very I love the band culture as well. Love music, all kinds of music, jazz, classical, R&B. everything.
So, real quick, before we get to Farad, I just got to tell this quick story about one
Putting us to
day
sleep.
when it was, during band camp.
I knew it.
We come
knew
into
it.
the daggone band room, and Mr. Adams comes in and
knew
says,
it.
"All right, everybody, just put your head down. Put your head down.
I knew
Close
it.
your eyes." And they turn, and we
it.
put our heads down. They close off the lights, and all we hear is this nice little Spanish ditty on the guitar, and it's Jose playing his little butt off and putting us all to sleep. So when he says he plays guitar, this boy really plays guitar. And he's good at it and been doing it for years.
I appreciate that, man.
Yes. And Big Cole playing on the KK side plot since he showed up.
That was a
all
good
right.
nap. That was
Yes,
a
it
good
was.
nap, Jackson.
All right, Rod. Did he tip out of here? Smith. Is he there? All right, probably not. So Anton, we got you. Go for it.
All right, Anton Dizzy, former Captain Soul in 2004, section leader 2006, came in 01. Don't mind the years. I marched a long time. KK South Spring 03. Hey, I just like everybody done said, I love the band culture. I do. I love it. I had some great times, and I enjoyed marching in the Legion.
Mhm.
That's about it.
All right, let's go ahead and bring him in. He been waiting, and he got probably more stories than all of us. So here we go. Let's bring him in. What's going on, bro?
What's up, my man? What's going on, y'all? What's up?
So go ahead, year, and everything you did in the band.
Oh, all right. Tony on Monday. Y'all know me as Monday. Rookie class 1998. Dr. Sanford first year in the band.
Wow.
Actually, we started band camp the week after he got there. So he only been there a week before Doc started working there or whatever. Section leader 2000, co-section leader 2001. Rookie advisor 2001.
Yeah, that's right.
This is like Anton, my boy.
All right, so what I'm going to do is, because obviously as Legion members, there are things that we do that is specifically for the Legion, right? And so I am not going to try to divulge that part of the information, but I do want us to be able to at least be able to share some of the things that we have experienced and things that are okay for the people to know. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the first question, and we got like 400 people in this room right now.
Oh, wow.
So we can't get everybody to be able to answer, but my first question as we're going through this is, what is it that brought you to the Legion? Now, for me, I want to go ahead and answer this question first because I'm a person from Texas, and a lot of people have asked me like, bro, why did you go to Virginia? You know, so my story actually is just the fact that I went to a school called Willow Ridge High School, and at Willow Ridge, we kind of built ourselves on being the greatest and being different and not doing what everybody else was doing. And so when I saw Norfolk, when Miss Sanders came into the room in 2000 and showed me the 2000 season DVD, or not DVD, wasn't DVDs then, season VHS with this man Rick playing the Matador solo at the end, not hitting the right note, by the way, and then on that same video, it closed out with the shaft that you all played at A&T, which rest in peace, Richard Roundtree. And so that right there, I was like, yo, this is dope. I was like, them helmets ugly though. I don't know if I can rock them. I need me a plume, you know what I'm saying? A Shaco and a plume, I'll be good. But she came back in 2002 and bought the 2001 VHS. And from there, I was sold. I was like, yeah, I got to go. And the reason why I loved the Legion and loved what the organization was before I got there was because it was just drastically different than anything that I had seen. And and guarantee you, I was a Jackson fan, I was a Southern fan, but at that time when I saw the Legion, I was like, yeah, this is where I need to be. So that's where I am with that. I'm gonna kind of jump around, so if I don't call on you, don't be upset. But I want to hear from Tia because right now she's the only lady on the call. So Tia, you got it first.
I think she's muted.
Oh yeah, she muted.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, all right. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the one I can distinctly remember as a senior in high school, I did my senior year in Hampton at Phoebus High School. Prior to that, I was at Prince George High School in Prince George, Virginia. So Phoebus is a mini Hampton. It's a mini Hampton. That's just what it is. So I had my eyes set on Hampton, and yeah, I'm gonna go to Hampton and be in the band. And I go to a battle of the bands with Hampton and Norfolk. So I'm at this battle of the bands. It's in the Coliseum. I believe it was in the Coliseum or it was in their gym. But I was like, oh my gosh, they are getting slaughtered right now. And what drew me was Hampton was playing, and I saw Hot Ice was sitting on the side. They were, sitting legs crossed. Ebony Fire's going in, dancing. And then Ebony throws this ripple where she just does a split and they're just asleep on the ground. And then all the Hot Ice is just sleep in a split on the ground while Ebony Fire is dancing their life away. And I was like, am I sure I want to go to Hampton after this? So after that, I watched a bunch of videos and I was like, I just fell in love after that. I was like, yeah, this ain't the side of the water I think I want to be on. I think I want to be on the other side. So after that, Allison, who was 02, she went to Phoebus as well. And her brother was in the band with me at the time. So I was able to connect with her through him and get the scoop on, trying out for the team. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this team because I can't dance like these girls, but I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to step out on faith and I'm just going to go for it. But yeah, that was my kickoff to the Legion, was that battle. And up until then, I was Hampton all day. Until that battle, I was like, yeah, this ain't it. So to the Legion, I went.
Okay. And when you showed up and we were like, who is this? Oh, it's Tia. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Let's go. Ton, what made you come to Norfolk?
It was that 2000 season tape. And then we actually did the homecoming parade and Battle of the Bands. But when I heard Behold, and I'm not gonna lie, I heard the trombones and them F horns, and I said, this is where I need to be. And I knew they had like two screamers. I'm a screamer. But I knew Rick, you know what I'm saying? I knew Rick, and I knew they had maybe K2 or somebody else, but I'm like, oh man, we go there, it's gonna be trouble. Like for real, like it's gonna be trouble. But them French horns and trombones, man, horny horns and D horns, they sold me. And Behold, I'm not gonna lie to you. I said, man, if they add some trumpets and some baritones, they gonna be that deal. And that sold me. So that's why, coming from all the way from Detroit, and plus I'm gonna add to it. It was a lot of people that I was familiar with, that I marched with in high school, that was marching for the Legion. So Midnight, he was the section leader when I got there. He was my section leader. He's my section leader in high school, so I was cool with that. It was just a bunch of people that I was familiar with, and them horns and them trombones. So,
all right, Brother Monday, what made you come to the Legion?
Oh man, I guess I'm the older person up here. So me being number one from P-Town, from Portsmouth, and going to IC Norcom, and during that time, shut up, Rick. During that time, when I was at Norcom, I actually had 3 band directors. I had Kevin Davenport, who I knew as I was a child. Then I actually had Donovan Wells, that's at Bethune-Cookman for 1 year. And then rest in peace, William Prentice was my final band director. We had him for 2 years. But Norcom always had a relationship with Norfolk State, mainly because of Chief. because a lot of people might not remember. No, Chief is one of the he started out at IC Norcom High School, and he put them kind of on the map during the 60s and early 70s before he left to go to Manor High School for a few years, and then came to Norfolk State. Well, little fact, my aunt actually, I believe, was in the one of the first or second versions of Chief Band in Norfolk State. My aunt Pie, she played clarinet. But I always knew I was gonna go to Norfolk State, man. I was going like my first time ever seeing the band was like 89, like 89 or whatever. And I was just like, man, what is, you know what I'm saying, what is this going on right here? So then, growing up in the 90s too, seeing the Walker era bands, and I was like, it's gonna be between um Norfolk State, but the only time I wavered was Tennessee State because of Kevin Davenport. That's the only time I ever wavered about possibly going to another band. But it was always going to be Norfolk State, and then I came in during the transition of when Walker left, and they was trying to find a new band director. And like I said, Dr. Sanford actually started working at the school a week before band camp started. And my person that was my contact in Norfolk State Band who kept me up to date was Davon Yonkers, because me and him grew up together in the church, even though he's a few years older than me. And he was the one letting me know what was going on. So yeah, man, that's what made me come to Norfolk. Like I said, grew up watching it, and I always wanted to play Behold. Simple as that, man. I always wanted to play Behold, and there was a few more songs that the Norfolk played, but we ain't played them when I was there. So I wanted to play War. I wanted to play Throwdown. I wanted to play El Campeon, but we you know what I'm saying, we ain't never get a chance to get into that during that time period. But when the first time I got the chance to get that music and play Behold, changed everything for me.
Yeah, and so even just you saying that, right? Like, I just remember the first time I got a chance to play Behold when the Vets came back
Yeah.
was the greatest feeling that I had ever felt ever. And it was right before we marched in, from practice, and man, hearing everybody behind you as a Dizzy, and you feeling, man, it still gives me goosebumps and chills just to really think about that feeling that I had. I'm telling you, anybody who's watching, if you've never played and just been in that atmosphere of Behold, it's just a completely different feeling, man. I'm just telling you.
Ain't nothing like it, man.
There's nothing,
Absolutely.
nothing like it. So, Rick, I did it. I went ahead and found it. So here we go. This is Dizzy section. Right as Rick is playing this solo here. So here we go. I'll rewind it just a bit.
I hate you, dog.
Oh man. Oh man.
It was just a flat A. That's all it was. It was just flat.
It was flat. We all know that. It was flat. All right. But he definitely jumped straight up out the stand. That was good.
We ain't see nothing, so
All right. So let me ask you guys this, and again, we're gonna go around the room, and I'm trying to get Farad in. His connection is bad, and I hate to hear it, but I also will say this again. I pinned the link in the chat, so at any moment, if anybody wants to come in, you all are more than welcome to do that. So tell me, Derek, one of your greatest moments in the Legion.
You talking to me? Oh
Your name
man,
Derek.
for me, it had to have been. For me, it's a tie between my rookie year when we finally got to see Bethune Cookman. It was towards the end of the season, man, and it was kind of the experience that I kind of came to college marching band for. We had a hour and 45-minute fifth quarter. I mean, it was midnight on a Thursday night. We still had class on Friday. Um, you know, man, and just that whole experience as a rookie, I couldn't say or do much, but just the experience of going to battle with a band that was, I thought we were big. I'm coming from high school. I was like, man, we got like 240 people in the band. I'm looking across at 300 plus. And just the way we kind of stood up to them, man, that's probably one of my proudest moments. The other one would definitely have to be towards the end of my career would be Queen City battle, man. I felt like that was the beginning of the resurrection of the Legion. I was there when the band got small. I had 3 band directors at Norfolk State. So I've been through it all. And Queen City, for me, that was my last major performance. It made me so proud to see where we came from and to get back there. And I think what we see today is a product of that performance. I know a lot of kids now say, "Oh yeah, when y'all did at Queen City, blah blah blah." That's how I ended up playing mellophone because I was not supposed to march that year. But band said they needed some help, and we made it happen. And I'm glad I did. But I was so proud of the band. They put so much work into that show, and like I think that's the reason why we have the band we got today.
All right. I want to make sure that I want to call on him because I don't know if his internet gonna go out. First of all, Farad, you didn't get the opportunity to say your year and what you did in the band, but so I want you to give your year and what you did in the band, but I also want you to say what is your greatest memory of being in the Legion. I tried to get him. I tried to get him before the internet went out. Darn it.
All right.
Is he there? Farad, you there? He looks really he looks irritated. You there?
Look like is he at Norfolk State?
It looked like it.
Okay.
Alumni.
Yeah. So I'm here now. Cool. I think y'all can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Man, this internet crunchy.
All right. So
Okay.
did you hear what I said? So give your year and what you did in the band, and then give us your greatest memory as a member of the Legion.
The year was 2004. I think I heard the reason I came in the band too. I'm from Norfolk. I'm from Park Terrace, right across from Liberty. So I've seen the Legion in the early '90s. I didn't want to come to NSU because I'm from here, so I wanted to experience somewhere else. But as a military brat, I just ended up coming back. After watching the recruitment video. Finally, for me, will probably be Battlefest 04 as like my rookie year, and that being like the top performance of that year.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get 2 more in here. Jose.
What's going on?
Man, best memory of the Legion. Go.
Man, I think I got, well, of course, the Matador solo was a good one, but one of my favorite ones is the Morris Brown Battle of the Bands. And I think it's like a video on YouTube, and it was just, that was like my introduction of like what kind of attitude you had to have in the band. Like watching Sebring, you know what I'm saying, watching his energy, and just knowing how to be, competitive, because marching band is a competitive type thing. So, you know, that was like one of my favorite memories. That and man, Bermuda.
Oh, here we go. Y'all gonna start talking about Hey, look, any conversation about Bermuda or Mardi Gras, keep it out of this conversation. All right, there we go. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, and it's a story with that. It's a story with that. And I'll tell that story hopefully throughout the rest of the day. Rick, greatest memory.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi
No,
Gras.
you know I can't stand you, dog. That's why I can't stand you.
I mean,
bro.
it's the truth, bro. Like, we gonna tell our worst memories. I can fill the show with that. But Mardi Gras was for me, man, and it's simple. Like the Disneys at that time, bro, we weren't seeing nobody. Like the only section in the MEAC at that time that had a trumpet section, believe it or not, was Howard. That was it.
Yeah.
And we was putting foots in them. So it was like we weren't seeing anybody. So when we got down there, I never forget this, man. One of my favorite stories. We're in the parade and we playing, and these whole bunch of juke dudes like walk up. So I'm standing right beside Anton, and we like, man, fuck this. So we played before I let go. Before I let go, and me and Anton took that whole song up, and I played this double A, and I hung over for like 3 counts. And Anton looked over and was like, "Woo, let's go!" And from that moment, we was eating. And I think, Anton, if I'm not mistaken, did we like stop and face these dudes and play them too, or something like that too? Because
We did.
And then
We
that's where
did.
that clip of the trumpets at what is it, McDonough?
St. Aug.
Oh, yeah,
St.
that
Aug.
one too. Yeah.
Like, bruh, that clip was at like 7:00 in the morning,
Yeah.
and we was on it. Like that was my best memories in the band, because I just remember how excited I was, and I had just became the bros too, so I was just like, oh man, this is the best thing ever. So it was like, man, that was my favorite memory, man, was New Orleans, and just being in the Legion, man.
Mm-hmm.
Getting into the Legion, because it was hard.
So I want to go ahead, and before I bring this next guy in, I told you it's a whole bunch of people, man. I just want to go ahead and quickly tell the story of why I have a problem with the whole Bermuda and Mardi Gras thing. So very quickly, we were practicing for Mardi Gras in the morning. Mr. Zachary was working us out in the morning in the band room. It wasn't every morning, was it? Was it every morning? I don't think it was every morning.
It may have been every morning.
I don't remember. But anyway,
it may have been every morning.
So the story goes, there is this thing called a Spartan Guard Hill right in front of the Fine Arts Building. And me as a freshman, every day I would walk up that Spartan Guard Hill and go into the band room. That was just a normal practice for me, right? So it just so happens that on this morning, it was slightly drizzling outside. It wasn't even rain. It was a slight drizzle. And so I just happened to walk up the Spartan Guard Hill. We had our normal rehearsal or PT. And then leaving out, I walked down the Spartan Guard Hill. Normal routine. It just so happens that on this particular day, and before I tell you what really happened, there are a lot of people I told I got into a fight, and this happened to. They did this to me, and then I told some other people I got ran over. But the truth of the matter is, for those people who I told that lie to, I slipped in a mud patch. And after I slipped in a mud patch, my leg went back. I sat on my leg, and I broke my ankle. So not only did so it wasn't even the fact that I broke my ankle. It was the fact that when I saw my ankle, because my ankle was turned this way, but when I saw my ankle, I said, man, I cannot not go to this Mardi Gras thing. I need to fix this now. And so my stupid self, and I'm going to call myself stupid for doing this, took my ankle and twisted it back. Well, that wasn't smart because it messed up everything else. So after that, when I went to the hospital, they were like, look, bro, I don't know what you did to your ankle, but it looked like somebody took a sledgehammer to it. So that is the reason why I am very upset, and I don't have many conversations about Mardi Gras and Bermuda, because it just so happens that not only did they go to Mardi Gras, but when I was at home in Houston, they were like, yeah, dog, we're going to Bermuda. I was like, what? Where did this trip come from out of nowhere? So, yes, I'm very salty about that. Anyway, but moving forward, man, we have somebody else in the room. Great guy. I think he just said he just re-enlisted, if I'm not mistaken, into the Navy. So let's go ahead and bring him in. Brother Frost, what's going on, man?
Happening, y'all? What's going on?
Man, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see y'all.
Good to see you too, Frost. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just I had to chime in. I see y'all was on here. Just getting packed, getting ready. I'll be up there tomorrow night.
Yes,
Same thing.
and shout out to everybody who is going to be able to make it to Norfolk for homecoming week or for homecoming. I know that's what T is in the airport for now. Unfortunately, I will not be there this year. I will be there next year because it is my line's 20th year. So KK side 2004 follow for. So we are excited about that, and so I will make sure I am in the building. So with that being said, let's move on. Let me ask you guys this question: what is one misconception that you all feel that is out there about the Legion that is just absolutely incorrect? Oh, Monday. All right, so let's go with Monday since he popped back in.
What's good? What's up? I missed the question. What was that?
I said, what is the one misconception, or what is one misconception about the Legion that is out there that you feel is absolutely incorrect?
That we try to be white. We think we DCI.
Wow.
Wow.
They tell, oh, y'all trying to be like one of the white bands. Y'all trying to be DCI. Nah, nigga, we doing us. Simple as that. I mean, that's exactly what it is. And a lot of bands that say that are really like ignorant to the fact that most of HBCU bands get their style from the Big Ten. And Chief created this. And Chief, like, what? He went to Michigan State for his master's. And, so he basically, for all intents and purposes, Michigan State is kind of our daddy, but he took what he learned from Michigan State along with other things and molded it to what we have as the Spartan Legion. But just because we're different than what most bands, what I'm saying, most bands do, especially during the time most of us was in the band, we were doing curvy linear drills. We were doing, what I'm saying, of course with MDFS, not having tenor drums and now having MD ain't had tenor drums since what, 84? If I'm not, if I'm not mistaken or whatever. And, I remember like my freshman year, my rookie year in the Legion 98 was Norfolk's second year in the MEAC. And people, and like, we were like one of the most hated bands in the MEAC, man. When we first got there in '98, it was like, oh, y'all trying to be white, y'all trying to do this. What's this DCI stuff? The only band in the, like a few bands knew about us in the MEAC, of course, Morgan, Hampton, and Howard. But a lot of the other bands was like, yo, like what the hell is going on here? And on top of that, us coming in was kind of like a rebuilding, year for the Legion. Like I said, that was Doc's first year, so they weren't really worrying for that. But it's crazy because there's a video out on YouTube. It's like Malaguena 98, and it's the last game of the year when we went up against Bethune-Cookman. And we had our band that year was probably like about 115 at the most. And we filled Bethune-Cookman Stadium up. And it's a dude who's recording. You hear him the whole time like, yo, why are they that small and they sound like that? He said, Norfolk get their numbers back up, it's going to be over. By 2000, 2001, it was over. Simple as that, especially in '02. So a big misconception is that, we think that Norfolk thinks that they're a DCI or a white band. We're not. We are who we are.
So you went into a space and a lane that I guess I kind of was prepared for, but I'm gonna ask you guys this question because y'all know it came out and we gonna talk about it. Are we the safe haven?
No.
No.
No, I'm gonna disagree, y'all. I'm gonna disagree.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I'm gonna say we
Okay.
are because if you gotta get your ass whipped to be in band, I want to be in this damn safe haven. You know what Hazen was in the Legion? Holding them damn wings up and knowing your music.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I never got
Yeah.
one hand put on me to be
Yeah.
in the Legion. But that was by far the hardest damn band camp I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Young kids out there that's listening to this, including people in the MEAC now, because everybody wants to be a damn swag band now. You know, all that history and stuff of hazing and stuff, that shit is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. It's the same, like, oh, I got to get my ass whipped to feel like I'm in the Legion. I felt like I was in the Legion, you know, just because of how hard I worked to be in the Legion.
I agree
You know
with
what I'm
that statement.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then you got these things now, everybody crossing their section. I tell this story all the time. Here's how I became a Dizzy. We played the A&T game, that Shaft video that everybody talks about. We marching out of the stadium, arm swinging, all us. Maurice turns around and go, "Hey, y'all Dizzy now." All right, back with the bus. Like, that's how I became a Dizzy. That's how I became a Dizzy.
Yeah.
Now you got to, man, like, all that stuff is stupid, man.
I feel like I feel like the standard should be the art, like it's the art of marching, the art of music, you know, that should be the standard, not like, you know, the trends. You know what I'm saying? It's like people, like you said, they feel like they have to do this to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to. Just, you know, there are other ways. You know what I'm saying?
Like one
before
thing
you go, Monday, hold on right quick,
Uh.
because I want to make sure I do this. You know, Frost, when you came in, I didn't give you an opportunity to say your year and what you did to the band. So go ahead and get that going real quick. I didn't want to stop the conversation, but I wanted to be right and fair for everybody. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, it's a class 03, Dizziac, KSI, follow 6. Yeah, that's it really. I don't know what else you want.
That was pretty basically.
Yeah, I'm
good.
Good.
More than that. All right, and then we got one more person backstage. I'm telling you, they just kind of coming in. I don't know how much this platform is gonna allow, but we're gonna try to fill it up. What's going on? Well, you kind of got it on there, but go ahead and give us name, year, what you did in the band. You got it.
My name is Devin Bill. I came in the Legion 08, Bodacious, 2-player. You already know Derek. Most of y'all, I remember seeing most of y'all marching to get to the Legion. And then I'm looking at Derek. I remember Derek in 09 when he came to high school band camp, and looking at him now, man. Nothing but praises to you, man. Soon to be Dr. Wright. You just wait.
I got some time now. Look.
Hey, Jude, we gotta address this though, because somebody put something in the message that's kind of wrong. That is a misconception. That's true. We ain't had no book, but we can get. We ain't had no book.
We're gonna play Sweet
We'll
Love.
talk about that. We'll get to that at some point. But Money, what were you gonna say, bro? I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
No. What I was gonna say basically was like one thing Doc told us when we got there. He was like, "Look here, man." He was like, "What's the purpose of going up somebody's head if they having a hard time learning music? You know what I'm saying?" He said, Doc practice maximizing our, you know what I'm saying, the man hours that the band did. Whenever and most of y'all know this, Anton, especially Rick, you know, when I was in the band, y'all know, man, when we was out, when we had practice, we maximized those practices to the fullest. If you know, he'll be like, "Hey, all right, woodwinds go in the choir room, high brass stay here, but low brass go here, do this, be back in 15 minutes." Came back 15 minutes, play the song, get this. All right, go on the field, drum majors, have it. We was sweeping the field. We was marching, you know, sweeping the field was, God, I hated sweeping the damn field. Going up and down the field playing, up and down the field playing. So it was all about, like I said, maximizing our time. And that's why I found it funny where by the first game, even though a lot of times, I think 2001 was the one we had like that 2-month band camp. But other than that, that was an anomaly. Most of the times we had like a 1 month or really like a 3-week band camp. On top of that, by the first game, a lot of times we sounded in mid-season form or was performing in mid-season form because we maximized, you know what I'm saying, our practice time. And that's all Doc and Addison and them was always preaching. Maximize your practice time.
So and so just for clarification, this is everybody, right? And because we kind of started this conversation here. The Spartan Legion, your section, never touched you to be a part of. Okay. All right. And I want to make sure.
Nope.
I want to make sure that I put that out there.
Absolutely not.
Is that Selena? Okay,
Where's
but
Selena?
she in the chat. She's in the chat. So let's move on to a different conversation here. Let's talk about field shows. Best field show. Best field show. Go ahead, Rick.
The best black college, any college ever, the best black college field show was the first year the Legion went to Honda.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
It's not even close. Like, what? This is going to be a short topic. This is going to be a short topic. Nothing's better. Nothing. Don't give me these with people facing the end zone. You can't hear the music, all that shit. Nothing's better.
All right.
Nothing. So we can
Yeah.
end this here. Oh, what is it? 07 or 06?
06.
07.
06.
It was
Yeah.
07.
But it was
Oh,
07.
January.
It was
January 07.
Yeah.
Yes.
Top to bottom, tone quality, articulation, the
Smack.
concept, variety for everybody, precision. It's not even close. The only thing I would put close to it is A&T 02. That's the only other show I think, just from, if we want to talk about the season. A&T 02 was my favorite show I marched in the Legion because we were just on another level that year. But there's no show better than that first year the Legion went to Honda. None. Argue with your mom.
I ain't even gonna argue. I ain't gonna argue.
I can agree.
Everybody basically agree and have a consensus on that.
There's nothing to argue about.
Yeah, Ty,
right.
you was drum major that year?
I was section leader that year.
Yeah, he was section.
Oh,
He's
section
definitely
that year.
sexually, yeah.
It was Twan and
Cofield.
it wasn't Twan and Cofield.
Dre.
It was Twan
And
and Dre.
Dre. Oh,
It's
yeah.
Twan
yeah,
and
yeah.
Dre. Tia, let me ask you this question. What was your favorite? I feel like I know what the answer is, but what was your favorite dance?
Oh man, I actually have two favorites. My first is that Mike Jack. That
I knew that was
Battle
gonna be one.
Fest. That man, when we came out them limos,
That joint was fire.
it,
Sweet.
Yeah.
it was
And that was the
Oh,
night
man,
after I
that-
crossed KK side, so I was hyped. But go ahead.
yes. The second for me was Remember the Time.
Mm.
So those are my two tops. But yeah, Remember the Time, man. That I think A&T was still coming after me for putting glitter all over their floor when we first did it. But man, Ashley on that board doing that solo in the beginning while y'all was trilling for forever. Man, she just set it off amazing. She just set the tone and we just kept it going. But memorable. Those are my two top favorite dances.
Wow.
While I was a dancer, those are my two top favorite dances. I would say one that caught my attention from Hot Ice, all of their Janet ones. So All For You was the one that really caught my attention from Hot Ice. So outside of my time marching, All For You would be my other top.
Okay. All right. So I want to go back for a second here while we got Jose in here. I think we've told this story before, but I want to tell this story again and how the infamous Dizzy video became what it was. So the story goes, and please, Ton or Rick, correct me if I get any of this correct. So apparently the section leader from Howard was just talking cash junk to Sebring. And Sebring was our section leader. And so when they came to Norfolk, and what was it, 03, right?
03, that was, yeah.
So after the game, because it was a lot of other stuff that happened during that game, because I think Tim had got upset with Sebring about something that we had did in the stands. I ain't gonna get on that part, but when we had finished that game, we were marching back, and because it had been so much dialogue going back and forth between the two sections, Sebring marches back to we strut in, march in the band room, march through the band room, out the back of the band room,
I
to the
clearly
back,
remember that.
yes,
Jam.
through the rap
Yes,
track,
I remember. Yep.
and outside where the buses were lined up, where Howard was,
I
and
clearly remember
Howard trumpets came, and we started battling right there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is no clip of this. I always thought that there would be something from like either Mickey or somebody who would have recorded that, right? But they didn't. So apparently, well, we all got in trouble. It was a huge debacle. Like, and I'm gonna go ahead and let this information out. Sebring almost got fired as a section leader, and like we was like, nah, we ain't gonna let that happen. We was like all standing behind. We was like, if Sebring go, we going. So it was a real big thing, right? And so what ended up happening was the next year when we played Howard at Howard, Mr. Zachary, who was over the trumpets at the time, over the trumpet section and over the trumpet studio, decided to go ahead and set it up that we battled out in the street. And when I tell you, when we listen, them dudes didn't stand a chance. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you. And this is my personal opinion, I felt they were better the year before than they were the year we actually played them in 04. Did I get anything wrong in that story? Please, somebody tell me.
All right, can I chime in?
You got it.
And Rick, you know, just like I know, 02 is I'm gonna go back all the way back to 02. So 02, they were the only section that we seen that was a good section.
Yeah.
When we seen them, we overplayed, and yeah, I feel like we still crushed them, but we didn't do as well as we should have because we was just so excited, right? I'm gonna skip to 03. 03, we weren't allowed to play. The drum majors didn't let us play in the stands. They didn't. That was the only section that was good in their band. And the drum major said, "No, Dizzy, sit down. Let the horny horn stand up and play." Right? So we said, "Okay." Sebring like Sebring was so mad. We marched back to the stadium. We marched back to the band room, and he looked at Dr. Zachary. He looked at me, and I ain't say nothing. He looked at Dr. Zachary. He said, "I gotta do it." Those were his exact words. "I gotta do it." He marched through the band room, through the art side, and all out that door, and we lined up and arced up right there and played at their buses. Dr. Zachary was like, "Wow!" He was upset, right? Sebring ended up getting fired.
Dorian was section leader for like 2 days or like a week.
But we knew who the section leader was. Right. We like, Sebring, you run sectionals. Come on, you been running it. Ain't nothing gonna change. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, whatever. So that's how the 04, they said, okay, we played it because they got off their buses, they played at us, and no footage was recorded. I feel like, of course, I'm not being biased, but we smacked them at their buses. We went back in, and that's how the 04 battle started. They got smacked again. So, to make a long story short, that's what I remember. Rick, do you recall any of that?
Rick,
stuff because I was done by 02.
Yeah, he wasn't marching.
No, 02.
Yeah,
02. Yeah. The 02 stuff was because like you said, Tom, man, we didn't see anybody, man. Like, because remember the dude Dre that was in their trumpet section, he was supposed to come to Norfolk. He came to high school band camp that year.
Yeah,
and we were like, "Dang, dog, we get him."
Yeah,
and we ain't know Julian at the time because in 02 we got no, Julian was there. We was like, "Dog, if we get this dude on top of what we already got," I was like, "Man, ain't nobody gonna be able to touch us, man." But that was built up. I don't know if y'all remember, they had security out there. Like Spartan Guard was out there. Like everybody, they thought we was about to fight them. I'm like, "Damn, all right, whatever."
Yo,
man.
I was a rookie. I ain't know what was going on. I was just following my section leader. There was like, "Hey man, if he get fired or if they kick him out, we all walking." I was like,
for sure.
I'm trying to get a scholarship, dog. I can't afford this. But I was gonna go though, because
Frost was like, I am not with y'all.
No, it was like I had to think. I was like, but it was like back to what you was talking about earlier about not anybody there laying hands on me to get in the band. It felt like a family at that point already. Like I knew y'all was gonna have my back no matter what happened. Even though Rick didn't march with me, I knew he was gonna have, like, he was around. Like we just had, it was like a family bond. So when Sebring started, we just walked out. I saw him give Dr. Zachary the head nod. Like he was like, that head nod he always do, and then he kept on moving. He had that little bounce, and then we went right on around outside. And I think that battle, to me, that battle was better than the 04 battle.
Sure.
Just because it was like,
Text Sebring, tell him to get in here.
I'm let me call him right now.
You know, he probably still at practice right now.
Yeah,
that 03 battle was
that's why
better.
we ain't seen Portia yet.
Yeah, that 03 battle was better. It's just, I don't know if it was because I didn't know what was going on. I was just there, was just feeling it. Or I do think their trumpet section was better in 03 than they were in 04. And that was, I just remember that being hyped up from the beginning of the season. It was like, yo, Howard, they really the only section that could do anything. So we got to be prepared. And we just, we got ready. So.
But the other part of it is this, y'all, and Tia, I know we keep talking about dang on trumpet stuff, so I know you probably bored right now. But
I'm not. I love these stories.
Everything was new. Like Anton talked about it. When I got to Norfolk, it was K2. And I'm going to put this out there. First of all, I'm going to start right here.
My Ricky's sister.
K2 is the most beastin' female trumpet player. Her and Dorianne and Selena Galloway. Those three.
My dog.
Like, and for different reasons. K2 is the only woman I have ever heard play a double G that loud. Like, bro, it was like, dang, bro. And she from Norcom with Tonio. Yeah. So that was her. Selena Galloway is one of, like, her and Dorianne were so cold on the trumpet, bro. Like, it was nothing they could not do on the trumpet. And like, bro, it's like everybody played their part, but all this stuff was new. Like Norfolk State ain't never had no screaming section. They used to play on E-flat trumpets back in the day. They try to hit them high daddies. You know what I'm saying? So when I got there, it was me and K2. And then the next year, Pickles came in, Ton came in, Will came in. So we had 5. And then the next year, J-Ron Flight.
J-Ron.
Yeah, J-Ron Flight.
Yeah.
6. And then the next year, we got Julian and what's your name? From the islands with Dion,
yeah.
So at that time we went.
But Dion was so silent. He give you a G every now and then, but he was consistent.
Because that was but we also were disciplined, right? Like this stuff you talked about on this show last week. We wouldn't have had that in the Dizzy section, bro. If you couldn't play, like we even came up with, if you can't play a G to double C, you will not scream in this band program. We instituted.
Y'all was taking mouthpieces.
Bro, we weren't taking no mouthpieces. Bro. We were damn sure giving each other the look.
People think that's a lie. Like we really we held ourselves accountable. We would not allow the mess that we hear from programs now would not have been tolerated with us. Like it's not a game. It's not a game. And people think that it's a joke. It's not a joke.
It was 2 stipulations. To play the upper part, you had to be able to play G to double C.
And the phrase.
And you had to be able to play a whole phrase
yes.
up an octave.
And you wasn't taking no parts off.
One note, daddy, tight. Don't hit that button. We need that first part to be solid.
But you know what's crazy?
But we ain't never had. But here's the other part of that. On the top was us. At the bottom was Jeremy sounding like a damn baritone on that third part. And Selena holding that second part down. Like, bro, people played their parts, man, and it was all new. So that's how we built that.
I enjoyed playing the second part because I'm the top. I'm go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. No, I just said you get all the harmonies. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said something else. I'm sorry.
No, Jeremy was the loudest. Jeremy to this day is still the loudest third trumpet I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I love the harmonies, man, because it just, it's just as important to me as the melody. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no harmony, I mean, it's just not gonna sound right. You know,
But
what
that's
I
why
mean?
we sounded so full.
Absolutely.
We only had 30, 32, but we could sound like 45 because everybody did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
And
And
that's
look, we got to tell the story, Julie.
Hold on, wait.
We had the police a couple. Oh, go ahead. What you said, bro?
No, I was just gonna say, but you know, that's what I tell everybody. Anybody that I've ever met that be like, "Dang man, you were dizzy, you was a screamer." I'd be like, "No, I just did my job." Like,
Right.
I'm not.
You was a screamer though.
No, he
It
was.
wasn't like I'm holding this like huge title. You know, I just
You
did what I was asked to do. I did my job.
Bro,
So
he up here being modest.
Yes.
I was just about to say that,
Extra
Rick.
modest.
Ain't nobody asking.
I did.
Ain't nobody asking to play them
Bro.
double E's up there.
Look, no, I was on
ASAP.
tour. Look,
ASAP.
Derek, I'm on
Them
tour.
E's are
I'm on
ASAP.
tour.
See
And
what
Anton
I-
and them. Anton, dog, I remember this like it was. I'm on tour with the cadets, bro.
Yeah.
And Anton and them hit me up. Was like, dog, we got this freshman here that
He's
is
smacking.
double tonguing on E above double C. I'm like, man, you lying your ass off. He was like, Rick, this dude is double tonguing on E above double C. So I get back, and Tia, that's the first thing I want to hear. So I get to the band room, and this is the one only time I did this. I sat right up in the front and just listened to the band, and it was a different band. And then we went outside, and Sebring had sectionals in the bleacher, and they played that damn Turn on the Action. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
this shit about to be special, bro.
Yeah.
But like I said, we police each other. Because we had a member of the section of this Allegiant show, so I'm going to put it out there. Booty nose up there trying to hit the screen with daddy. Yeah, when the last time you heard that name, boy? Booty nose up there.
We gonna get on names in a minute. But so
Kissing off on low B's.
I'm sorry. Before we keep going, so apparently I played this video earlier and nobody heard it. I don't understand how that happened. So tell me real quick, can you guys hear this? As I'm pulling this up, tell me can you see it first of all?
Now we ain't see it. We heard it though.
Well, can you see this?
We don't see nothing.
Smith Daddy. Hold on, right quick. I'm trying to pull this up. Let's see if.
Yeah, America, y'all don't see this. If he able to get this video work, yes, I was skinnier back then.
Man.
I'm trying to get it. I don't know what's going on. Usually this works.
Oh, there's Selena in the comments. Hey,
Yeah, she in
going in.
man, Selena Galloway, one of the best. Man, I'm telling you, bro.
Hey,
And wasn't
and
even a
I'm-
music major.
Hey, and she started on clarinet in high school.
Man,
She
We got
played
skillers,
trumpet probably for like 2-3 years before coming to Norfolk State.
wow. You
And
wouldn't
had
have been able to
braces.
tell it. And you talking about reading?
Before
Man, shit.
coming to Norfolk State.
Man, Selena,
Yes.
hey, Selena, what that part sound like? Got it. Like, man, Cass Tech, man. I'm telling you.
So
Hey, appreciate it.
So apparently, unfortunately, I don't know why it's doing this. It's never done this before. The share screen is not sharing. But what I was going to show you guys is, and we can get into this very, very quickly. There are some legendary moments that have happened during my time with the Legion. I mean, and everybody has their own legendary moments, and I want to actually talk about those and bring those up, and you guys tell me what you feel your legendary moment is. One of the legendary moments that I was going to put up that actually got caught on video, thanks to Gig Steve, as our guy, was our original media person before they got the super media team that they got now. At one time, it was just Steve and the camera. But it was a moment in 2002 when we were getting ready for A&T. And inside of the auditorium in which they put us in, there's a video that's out there from the season DVD or VHS. I apologize. From the season VHS of us singing I See the Light. And one of the reasons why that moment was super legendary for us, and that was the moment where I really felt connected to the Legion. Tim at the time was the Spirit Master, and prior to, we had always just sung "I See the Light" like, as we normally did, but we broke out into some choir music, and we start putting the chord daddies to it. And in the video, I'm gonna pull up the video. We're gonna get it up. But in the video, you can actually see Anton getting his harmonies together in the video. But it's legendary because of the fact that after that day, that the Legion now does that all the time.
Yeah.
It started
Standard.
with that day. And outside of that, we had put Foots and A&T that whole day. And then, we got Chuck in here. They were so butthurt that they came marching behind us and decided to blow on the auditorium as we were getting dressed to leave. I don't apologize for the foots we put in y'all, Chuck. It is what it is. But that is a legendary moment that is caught on camera, and I'm gonna pull it up. We're gonna get a chance to pull it up. But Derek, what is a legendary moment for you, man?
I mean, me personally, man, I'm a tuba guy, man. We have this clip that kind of went viral of us in 2000 tuba section. In 2014, man, we had actually gone to Hampton University for an exhibition or something like that, just the tuba section. And I mean, it's one of the most flawless tuba section clips you can find on YouTube. If you look up NSU Bodacious Bassist 2014, it's going to show us in Hampton's gym. And it was, for me, it was legendary because Hampton tuba section was in the audience. They didn't even play. They were just looking at us the whole time. The jaws dropped and everything, So I mean, that probably would have been one of my most legendary moments in the tuba world, man. Everybody knows those clips, so yeah.
Okay, Rick, legendary moment.
So I got a couple. So let's start here. Chop. Can we bring back Chop just for one homecoming? So y'all, we had this game at Norfolk State in the band. We used to play this game where if you stuttered and somebody yelled chop, they could position your chin to the perfect position and hit you with one of these right here. So we played chop, and my rookie brother Moses would literally steal off on people. Like Moses would hit people. So we like, Moses, why you hit so hard, dog? So one time we on the bus. Oh no, we in the bedroom and somebody fucked up and Doc goes, chop, gang. And everybody in the bedroom went crazy, bro. Because Doc had said chop. Second, Medusa. We got this picture from Hampton of somebody holding this up. And me and Tim and a whole bunch of us like, no, we gonna put a game to this. If you get somebody, because before it was my meat. You just go up, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But we changed it to the game where Medusa, and to this day, people still be trying to come up and hit me with the Medusa daddy. So that's number 2. Number 3, and this is some real Legion history right here. I heard the band do, can I get a all right? I heard them do that recently. Let me tell y'all where that started. 2001. Tim, me, a bunch of us were going to the sweat box. And Ty, you remember this, bro? We were going to the sweat box. And we was making a bunch of noise, y'all. Like, we were loud as a bitch coming from Scott going to the sweat box. Oh, for all you Legion people, there used to be a party on campus every week called the sweat box.
Every Thursday.
In Gil's gym, in which we would go and partake in a lot of fun. So on the way to the sweat box, we walking making too much noise, and this girl and Rosa, she like just like school days. She puts her head out the window. Can y'all be quiet, please? I'm trying to study. And Tim goes, shut the bleep up, and all of us went, shut the bleep up. And from that moment, it was incorporated into everything we did in the band.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
it was not started as can I get an all right. It was actually started as shut the bleep up, and we actually used to do that in the band too. So yeah,
Somebody go bring that first day back at homecoming,
bruh. But that's how it started. So Chop, Medusa, and the song. Well, all the chants we used to do started at the sweat box.
All right, Jose, legendary moment.
Mine ain't have shit to do with music.
Oh,
Yeah, mute myself. Of course, my last field show was Honda Battle of Bands '07. I felt like, that energy is just unmatched to this day. The feeling on the field, the energy that everybody, produced that day was just unmatched because we wanted to be there. I think the year before, I think some of us went down, but we wasn't a part of it as a band. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So that definitely was one of my most memorable moments. And Matador solo. That was one because we got a chance to see how it, like I said, we saw them the year before and it didn't go as planned. So those were my two.
All right, Tia,
Holy,
legendary moment.
Holy, I'm sorry. Holy, you was all up in that. You was all up in that.
You were.
Sorry, bro.
Hey, look,
You had, you was
I remember seeing you because I know
on
you
the
was formatted
side.
that year on the side
Yeah.
the whole time. You were standing out there. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I remember that, and I remember in my mind thinking, if I tear this solo up, man, I'm gonna hear it on the bus, yo. Like,
But see,
so
the
I
thing
would,
about it, Jose, is the fact that you do realize you changed that solo forever. Like
man,
the
you
solo
Forever.
know,
has never been
Absolutely.
the same after that.
you
Everybody
know,
got to
Yeah.
add a sweet solo daddy before
Yeah.
it's completely changed, bro.
I never,
Yeah.
at the time, I didn't think that people would be that into it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was,
That's because your eyes was closed, bro.
I was, I ain't gonna lie, I was spending, a lot of time in jazz class with Zachary, and he was helping me with like enclosures. I do remember that, and like minor scales during that time. So I do know that that was a part of me, the interpretation that I did that day. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that, and just listening to like Cuban music because my father was from Cuba. I heard a lot of trumpets, that, and Arturo Sandoval.
Mhm.
Played a role in the tone. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Shuni went ahead and said it. Hey, if you're in the Legion legendary moments, y'all go ahead and put it in the chat. If y'all are unable to click in and come with us, go ahead and put it in the chat. Tia, legendary moment.
I think it's already been mentioned, but that Honda performance, just as a whole, like the feeling every time I just think about Honda, 2007 January, like the feeling of it was like, man, we just did that. It's like we came in as like an underdog, and we were
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
after we left. When we were done with that field show, with that kick down, and we came back up, it was just like I can't even just describe it. But every time I think about that performance, it just gives me chills. Like
Facts.
I think for that to be like my last performance too, like I remember looking over at my rookie sister Pam because that was our last performance. And after we came off, like we were bawling, crying. Oh, man, we were crying, like real tears, walking off that field. Like, man, we just ended our hot ice career on that note. Like, are you serious? Like, I couldn't have thought like of a better performance just to end my tenure marching on that note. So just the fact that just the Legion, like everybody just did their thing. It was, I will always go
Tonio,
back to that
Yep.
one day.
Tonio,
Yep.
you remember when baritone used to be a punishment?
They used to, Doc used to just put people up. Give them a baritone.
Hey, baritone was a punishment, y'all,
Give
when
'em-
we were in the band. If you sucked on your instrument and Doc got
no.
tired of you, go
Hey
get a
Rick.
baritone.
No, Rick. Remember Mr. Adams? What he said? He went round the band room and like he basically like critiqued each section. He was like trumpets, young, you're coming along. He was like saxophones, work with him, Tonio, that a lot of them never marched before. Baritones, non-existent. He said that shit in front of the whole band. Yo, we lost. Remember Angry Man got pissed. He was like, I don't appreciate you saying that in front of the whole band. If I said, yo, that was the funniest trash
Bruh.
ever, man.
Bro, Chris was so tight, dog, and we was like, dog, why you acting like that? You already know baritone is a punishment. You got
Yeah,
clarinets, you got color guard, you got hot ice in the baritone section. Literally,
he said
in the baritone
baritone,
section.
go over there.
Go get a
Right.
baritone.
No, because like dead serious, like it won't until '01 when when Kenny and Mario and them came and like it caused some of the other people to step their game up. First time I heard a lot of parts I never heard before in music that we had. I was like, oh, that's the baritone part. Didn't know that was there or whatever. Cause remember he used to double up and give tenor saxophones the
Tenor
baritone part.
saxophone.
He's like my chameleons, the tenor saxophones play the
Mm-hmm.
baritone part and stuff, man. Yeah. He
So
called he called them niggas non-existent, man. I was like, yo, that's
Mm.
So I want to go back real quick because everybody has mentioned Honda. You know, that was definitely a basically one of the best performances ever, right? My biggest problem with that, there is not one clear video of that at
You got
all.
to put them together.
But even if you put them together, they're still grainy.
Yeah.
There's just not one clear video
There
of
was
that
that
performance.
one like clip with the Chinese letters on it for the drill, at least. But it's since
Chinese
disappeared.
letters.
Yeah, the caption had Chinese letters on it. But it was really clear. It was from the DVD, I believe. But it's off of YouTube now. I don't know. Cookman clip's still up there with the Chinese letters on it. Them playing Amazing Grace. But I don't know why the Legions has disappeared, so I can't find it.
Somebody need to hit Steve up. I'm sure Steve has it. It's no way that Steve does not have it.
Well, it's a DVD,
Yeah.
so I think somebody got it in
You
there.
may have it may still be in all the tapes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it might be somewhere in the archives. Whoever got the archives somewhere.
Probably. Monday, legendary moment.
Ooh, for me, I have two. Number one, and Ricardo gonna know what I'm about to say. Shaft 2000. Shaft 2000. Shaft 2000 A&T. They turned the lights out.
Smith's daddy. Smith's.
Look, I don't want to get in on it, but I'll finish his story. Yo.
Hopefully. Go ahead.
That was my freshman year. Mr. Adams came to me at K2 at the beginning of the year, like, look, y'all want to play all these high notes? I'm gonna write it, and y'all better play that shit. And they turned the lights on. Oh, go ahead, Money. Go ahead, Money. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Shaft 2000, they
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh, but it just the same thing.
So look, y'all, we were at A&T,
Go ahead.
and that year A&T was actually like pretty deep. Actually, no, it was 2000. They were all right. And so it was going back and forth all night, and we actually played it in the fifth quarter, and we knew they were going to do this fireworks show. We didn't know they were going to turn the lights off. Right? Is he on here?
We can hear him, but they can't hear him on the live.
Oh. You throw him in, Julian, so he can tell his own story.
He ain't in there no more. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
So we're in the fifth quarter, y'all, and we start the shaft. Bum, bum. And I don't know if y'all remember, but Miss Adams wrote this fanfare called EWF Fanfare. And to this day, that's one of the coldest fanfares I think any band has played. So we play the first two notes of shaft, you know a shaft, and then we go in bo ba 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 bo ba, and we go. And as soon as we start playing, the lights go out. You hear everybody go, oh! And we ain't stopped, bro. We just kept going. And to me, that's the best we ever played, Shaft. Like, it was a killing arrangement. Paul Adams, we already know. But yeah, man, I think that's a moment for all of us from that era, man, because it was special and it was unplanned. And then there's fireworks going off behind us as we were like killing it, man. And I think they came back with like some pool arrangement or something, and then from there. So yeah, man, it was a special moment, man. And that video is online. So you can check that
It
out.
is. I posted it on the Facebook earlier today. Ton, legendary moment.
Everybody done said it. I mean, but I'm gonna start with one. Honda, the first Honda, the looks on Alabama State's face as we marched off the field. As we finished our show, their faces were it was memorable. Just like this. They couldn't believe it. Like they really couldn't believe it. And we was like, I remember pointing at them because I like to talk shit. That's me. Look at their faces. I'm pointing right at them. Look at their faces. They don't know what to do. They didn't. They didn't. They had to, and their opening was "And Love Goes On" or something like that.
Ooh,
They had to follow up what we did.
long day.
Of course, yeah, very long day. It just didn't hit like it was supposed to. But Morris Brown, my freshman year, the fifth quarter, all of that, the fight, and it was a lot. I had a lot of memorable moments. Fam, 03 and 05, going to their homecoming and wrecking shop.
I definitely remember that one.
Yeah. I had a lot of good memorable moments in the Legion. So those are mine.
You brought up Alabama State's faces. I remember me and you specifically looking at Fam's drum majors' faces as we were coming off the field.
At Fam?
Yeah.
Yes. They were standing there.
When we was giving them the business, didn't he? We did not care. We was like, yeah, you go eat all this right now. You
Hey,
take
Julian, this is what they did. Once we kicked down, they was like, yep. They knew it. They knew it. Me and Julian was smacking them boys.
Mm-hmm. All right, Devin, legendary moment.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it to 08, my first battle. And if y'all remember, like I said, I'm bodacious. So the years before, Horsepower was giving bodacious. We're not gonna say work. We're gonna say a good talking.
No, they was giving them the business.
Every year.
They was giving them the business
Every year.
I didn't watch those. Look, I didn't watch.
Before you keep going, see, this is the thing. This is the reality of who we are as a Legion, right? We are open enough to realize that if we just weren't good, if we just weren't up to snuff, we'll give it to you, right? We are not delusional like a lot of other programs. If we good, we good. If we rough, we rough.
I would like to say that I wasn't a part of those sections that got to get the work from Horsepower at that time.
He took himself out the equation.
Right.
Be glad you wasn't.
Yeah, dog, that joint was terrible.
But it was crazy because Thursday night, Thursday night before the practice, we was practicing. We had practiced the whole field show. I think we had just changed the spirit mix or something like that, and we like practiced the whole show, like battle the whole time.
Oh, I think T about to get on the plane.
Then
go ahead.
Bodacious, we went outside. We went out in the old band room, and we started practicing our fanfare. Mind you, we don't rent it 3 hours a day every day. Like we not running music at the section. We running fanfares. And I remember that night, Tim come in, and I'm a rookie. Tim come in, and he was like, "If y'all don't play that shit, I'm tired of y'all getting y'all ass whooped every year." I was just like, "Whoa!" And then like Nate, rest in peace. Nate was like, "If y'all play it, y'all gonna have to see me right after the game." We was like, "Nah, bro." And then like Friday night, we marched in, and we played that solo. Like the echoes was so packed that battle. Echoes was so packed. But when we played that fanfare, it was like everybody was like, "About time, about time." That was like that one, and then the first three-way battle. That first three-way battle was, I think that three-way battle, and then hold up, the ESPN battle we did with South Carolina State.
Oh, nah. Yeah.
You bring up an interesting topic, my friend.
Hey y'all.
Yeah,
I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm about to board my flight. To those who will be at homecoming, I will see y'all tomorrow. I love you guys. And happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
Happy
Safe
homecoming.
travels.
Yeah.
Safe travels.
Hey, Julie.
Thank you.
Tia, we love you. Be safe on that flight.
Love you too. Thank you. I don't know how to exit this thing.
I got it. I'll pull you off.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Can we be honest on here? Because this is all Legion on here. Julian, is this a topic? The best year of the Legion?
Now, well, we can make it a topic. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Oh, it ain't hard. It ain't a hard answer.
We can make it a topic. You know, I'm not. You know,
it ain't a hard answer.
It's not. But hold up. Wait. Hey, tell me if you guys can see this now.
Nothing.
Nope.
Can't see.
Oh yeah,
I can see it.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember that too. Yeah, I remember being there. Yeah.
So this is the moment that I was talking about with A&T.
Was that 02 or 01?
02.
That's 02. Yeah, I remember us being there.
Look at Tom.
Looking young.
So that was the first time we had ever done that. Mm-hmm. And again, that is now a legendary normal thing that happens in the band now.
It's definitely a standard. Yeah.
So this is the other thing about me and, you know, playing my position. So this is the Superman fanfare when we played it at Howard. And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Zachary, no, it's 02.
That's 02, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Zachary wrote this, right? If I'm not mistaken, y'all let me know.
Yes, he
did.
did.
Zachary wrote it. He gave it to us. And at the time, because I was the only person who could play the D at the end, and because Tom was like, no, I ain't gonna let this freshman just come in and start playing the D's.
No, don't say you was the only person, because you wasn't the only person.
You weren't playing it then.
He definitely.
I'm not. I see his face. Time.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Julian. Before I left high school, I was playing the last note on the piano, and that's real talk.
Okay, I got you.
So to say I wasn't playing the D,
I never heard you play it. I never heard you play it. All right, well then I'll say it this way. I never heard you play it.
Okay,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, all right, there we go. So was this the first time we played the Superman fanfare, or did we play it at a battle before then?
Bro, that ain't no first time. I never played the Superman.
I think that was the first time we played it there.
This was after you got kicked out, Rick.
Well, you know, if that's Howard, I got kicked out. That's why I'm not in this video.
That's why I said this is after you got kicked out. So we went to Howard. And I think this was the first time that we played it. And then there's another clip, I think did we play in 06 time?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. We did.
So this is the first time we played it.
What?
Wiping of the lips.
Yeah. So, and let me tell you a quick story about that part, because of the fact that I still had the Getson horn. This was after This is after everybody had the dynasty, got the dynasty daddies, and then Sebring was like, "Luke, go ahead and get this dynasty." I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep my little Getson daddy." And then I think Rick came to me and was like, "Dog, you stupid! You need to take go ahead and take it." I was like, "Nah, I gave my dynasty to R2." And I was like, "R2, you can have it. I'm gonna keep this Getson."
Hey, you know what's funny though? If I can interrupt real quick, that was 2002, right?
Yeah.
There's a few guys still in the section today, right now, currently at this moment, that are playing on Getsons. Them same Getsons.
Oh wow,
that's crazy.
They like the way it feels.
I did too.
They like the way it feels. I never agree with it because they got the dynasties, the cancels, the system blues. They got. I mean, they got this many generations past, but it's go look. You're gonna see some of the things. Some of them tilted like this, and then some of the things. And it's still playing 20 years later.
So I'm gonna tell you like this.
Terrible.
I played on that Getson to the end of the year, and then they made me give it up because they was like everybody's gonna hit the dynasty. Because didn't we have to play to earn them dynasties?
Hell yeah, we had to play to earn them dynasties.
Turn on action every day.
We got hit with the Smith. Oh my gosh, we got some legendary people down here. Hold on, right quick. I haven't seen this dude since. No,
this is his old roommate.
This is my roommate. Oh, but Sebring is here. Look, we got. Hold on.
Who's playing horn?
C-Flum.
You gotta be talking to Mr. B right now.
Sing a B flat.
Sing a B flat. Hey, Edwin, to answer your question, Doc and them called me a cancer from the time I stepped foot on campus. So I would get kicked out of the band. I'm sure Julian will tell that story before we leave. But I would get kicked out of the band for blinking the wrong way. If I closed one eye instead of the other, I got kicked out of the band.
Look here. This is how crazy it is. Portia's still out there practicing. They still got practice.
I can't hear what you're
Save them. We got a lot of people down here. Hold up. Let me see if I can get some more of these folks in here. Hold up.
Get them in here.
I'm gonna see if we can get everybody in here.
In the room.
My roommate, Phil.
Phil in the building.
What up, Bo?
Right?
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Phil with the baby tuba.
Believe it or not, that was Mr. Adams' idea.
Hey, I heard that story.
So that was Mr. Adams' idea?
Yeah. Jamal had one of his Marine buddies had gave him that tuba. So we were messing around in the band room. And of course it's like, yeah, I have to put this on. It's too funny. And Mr. Adams came in and he taught us that fanfare. He's like, hey, y'all gonna do it? It's like, if we can get it down there without nobody knowing, yeah. And that year, that was my first year as section leader. That was 05? Yeah. So that was my first year as section leader with SpongeBob. And
Sponge.
And we were playing Hampton. And am I going?
I don't think
and Aubrey was my section leader at high school. He's the one that taught me to play. And he was the section leader at Hampton. So the look on his face when I came out there with that tuba, he was just like, "What the?"
The whole crowd went nuts when you did that. By the way,
it was so great. It was
perfect.
Yeah, that was performance mode. That joint was fun. That was my my legendary moment. The fact that we pulled it off. The neck broke on the tuba while I was playing it, so I had to hold it together. And who's that? Chris Taylor was behind me, the one actually playing the solo.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna see if I can find that clip and show everybody what that was.
Somewhere it exists.
It's somewhere in this YouTube space. I know that for a fact. Man, again, too many people in here. Phil, go ahead and give your year, introduce yourself. And then we got somebody else backstage. My God, we just got a lot of people backstage. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Philip Adams, 03 Bodacious. I actually came and did my audition the day before y'all went to Mardi Gras.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And came and had y'all crank on me real quick and it's like, yep, I'm going here.
Smith. Keep going. I can't see who's next. So I'm off the screen, but because somebody said they can't see the faces, so I'm trying to make adjustments. So go ahead.
I do have y'all were saying like best memories and stuff earlier. And FAMU 03 when we crossed to the section, because if you ask any of us as rookies, we were never gonna be bodacious because we were having actual fights with the vest. It was bad. It was real bad. And then we came together and I cried. They was like as we were walking on the field about to start the show, it was like, hey y'all bodacious. We were like, wait, what? Huh? And it was like, we could do the chat with it. It was so hype. And then in that show.
I don't know if this thing will allow me to let anybody else in.
Hey, I'm about to get out. So if you need to add somebody
I'm about
else.
to bounce because I got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah,
and
I gotta holler at you too.
So I see y'all this weekend.
Tonio, I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Wait, just hit me up. Yeah. All right, y'all. I see y'all down there.
All right, brother.
All right, Tonio.
Hey, I'm out too. Y'all gotta
All right,
drive
man.
in the morning.
All right,
All right,
All right, Frost.
All right, y'all. Take care.
There you go. Get it.
It always got to be Sebring cussing. Hold up. Let me pull people out. There we go. Pause.
I was coming, bro. I was coming. Pause.
All right. So let's do this.
I hate y'all, man. I hate y'all.
We had 2 people drop out, so we had 3 people come in. Well, 4 actually, if we count Phil. So, Greg, introduce yourself. Year, what you did in the Legion. You got it. Go.
All right. Greg, class of 04. I played that snare drum thing, and I was nice. My favorite moment was Band Brawl 05. So we lining up, you know what I'm saying? We about to go out. And we not MD, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So MD was hyped, like they was ready. So all you hear is muh, muh, muh. And then Arthur, my rookie brother Arthur Davis, in front of me goes, Funk Squad. I'm like, yo, you about to get a shot over here in fucking Greensboro, bro. Like, chill. He was like, oh, my bad, bro. I was like, bro, what you trying to do to us? Like, they take that shit seriously. Like, it's serious with them. Like, big serious. Like, don't say that shit. I had to hit him. Like, we were literally blocked up, about to walk out. I'm like, Arthur, don't do that shit, bro. He was like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, chill. And turn in everything. Will be goated forever. Turn in everything that belongs to the Spartan Legion program. Goated.
It was amazing after he smacked the podium, like 3 seconds went by before the papers just flew everywhere.
He was like, that's exactly what happened. But yeah, good time, man. Good time.
That was 04, right?
That was definitely 04.
Yeah, I remember picking up the papers.
Twan.
Let me go ahead and pick these papers up.
Twan, year you came in the band and everything you did in the band, your roles. So
boy down there. Oh boy.
Man, what up, though?
What's up, Twan?
What up,
though? Good
What's
to
up,
see y'all,
Steve?
man.
What's up, Phil? Greg?
Holy.
What up?
Yeah, man. 02, Horny Horns. So before I give, Mr. Spartan 0506, but a couple memorable moments. I just saw a clip of 02 trumpets and trombones. So a memorable moment was outstanding because I got to jump on the solo my rookie year, which is super dope. And because I got to do the solo with Mel, who was my section leader in high school too. So that was super dope moment. Of course, Honda. Our first Honda, because we was trying to get to Honda for a good minute. So when it finally happened, but I won't even mention that. The Morgan Massacre of '05.
Ooh. Ooh.
Because all I remember was
don't do Bunny like that, Tom.
I got to, Phil.
Twan, you muted, bro.
He muted himself laughing.
You still muted.
He's still talking.
I don't know what happened. Because his joint is showing that he's unmuted, but we just ain't getting no audio. Smith's there.
Everybody point to your ears.
Twan, I'm pull out and then come back in. Pause.
Boy, you on a roll tonight, boy.
Well, that's the way I can see it.
Is everything okay?
It ain't my fault. But while we're trying to get Twan together, let's go ahead and get the next guy in here. Before he starts, I just want to say I will forever have a little bit of vendetta against him because when we first got to the Legion, he actually put me on second. But Sebring, introduce yourself. Year you came in, and what your role was in the band.
First of all, if your audition was Smith's, then that's why you were on second.
Right.
How
you was just like,
I think everybody,
you was just like, play something, and that was it. You ain't even give us no music to play.
To this day, I say play the student to be comfortable. Say anything you got. Ray, how you play, care what you play. But back in the day, that actually worked, Julian, because we had band directors who taught us how to play real music. I say that now, people come in and play Cold Hearted Snake in a placement audition, so it don't work no more. Like, they play stuff.
That Norfolk internet trash.
Right. Boy, that McDonald's Wi-Fi killing
you might have to get off that
Wi-Fi. Man, Steven, if you don't,
you might want to walk across the street to 7-Eleven.
Well, no, you don't want to go to that 7-Eleven. I watched the video of them shooting at that
7-Eleven. So, Sebring, we heard bits and pieces of what you were saying. But I think I heard section leader 01. I mean, obviously I could tell you he was section leader. He came in at 01 from Detroit, Cass Tech. He's an honorary member of 902. Blah. Anyway, thank you. Bucket.
It was a specific reason because we needed the room. It was Anton, Sebring, and Will. We needed the room. Anton and Will was good. We but Sebring, we haven't. You know what, dog? You good? Come on in.
At some point, I think that we're gonna have to let the world know what 902 is. I don't know if we're gonna do it tonight though. But do it. There are two things that I want to go ahead and ask, and then after that, if you guys have anything else, we can talk about that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is from year to year, and we may see this in other bands, other places. Do you feel like there are differences as far as how we relate to one another as Legion members, or do we all just look at each other as Legion members and that's it?
I got a question for that. Are you talking about as in musicality, or are you talking about as individual person?
As just a member of the Legion. Regardless of the year you came in, do we feel like we discriminate based on the generation or the year you came in, or if you Legion, you Legion?
We definitely discriminate.
Yeah, I discriminate.
I think it's discriminating. I think some people do. I for one, I try my best to avoid doing that because there's so many of the young generation that come up to me just for their solo, seeing that on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I don't discriminate them because I mean, I feel like we should be more connected and pass stuff down to them. You know what I'm saying? It makes them, it makes them listen to you more too. Like listen to what you have to offer. Because we can't get wrapped up into our own era because we have so many memories. You know what I'm saying? And so many things. But I know for me, when I see them, I try to connect to them more. Because I don't know that culture that well because I'm not around as much. All I see is video clips. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I do think there's a little bit not on purpose or not trying to, what I'm saying, not trying to diminish what they're doing or anything, but I think that it can be a little biased because of the time frame we come from. Era. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, Sebren's internet is good. What were you saying, Sebren?
Yeah, I just got on the Wi-Fi. I'm coming. Portia rough me, y'all. But look, I think baseball director.
Nope.
I think you
It's
say
good.
happy.
We say?
Portia.
Portia saying,
Hey
Portia.
y'all.
Portia.
We miss
oh,
you in here, but it's all good. I know you're working.
you say what?
No, I was just saying we miss Portia in here,
But I
but we
do
know
feel
she's
like we
working.
discriminate.
What you
Right.
say?
I do think we discriminate based on. I think we suffer from "I did more than you did" syndrome a lot. Instead of understanding that all these kids work hard, they all been through a band camp, they all blood, sweat, and tears, just like it. Um, because the times have like people that know us, we don't want to give people credit for letting their lives. That is the I heard an hour ago, and the band out there is killing. So whatever they're doing is working. We should be giving them the same amount of respect, but it doesn't.
Steve, I'm gonna need you to put some quarters in that Wi-Fi you got. Because you ran out of
Everybody try to
time,
put
boy.
together what he's saying. Like,
that Wi-Fi need icy hot. That Wi-Fi have been through band camp.
Jeez.
There's gonna be
I
some.
think what he was basically saying is the fact that there is a slight discrimination based on the year and the experience that you had, and I think that there needs to be. I think he was saying that there has to be some connection based on the fact that just understanding and being fair of the fact that regardless of what we went through, these students are doing something that may be strenuous to them, and whatever it is, it's working for them.
Absolutely.
I think that's what he was saying. I'm hoping that's what I picked up from that. The bad thing about that is I definitely agree that NSU Wi-Fi is still terrible. At all. So the second question I did want to ask, and this is going back to, hey Brandy, the second question I did want to ask, and this does go back to Rick's question. Here we go. Best year of the Legion.
Come on, why we gotta do this?
Hold on.
Why we gotta do this?
Before you do this,
I'll go
let me say
first.
something.
So,
Hold up,
I'll
Rick,
go
Rick.
first. So y'all can look. Everybody can beat me up. I'll go first, and I'll preface it by saying the best year of the Legion I didn't march in, but I was associated with. The best year of the Legion. Can we do? It's really really close to me between 09
Yes.
and 02.
Yes. 09 was a beast.
The best year of the Legion is 2009. That's
Hey,
the
let me
best
say
band the
something.
Legion
Let me
has
say. Let me
outside of the Honda band is 09.
Let me tie in something to that question, because the previous question, when you were talking about the discriminating and all this other stuff between the sections, 08, we did not go to Honda. That was the last year y'all went to Honda. So the only trip we got was Kentucky. 09, we went to Rutgers. I think 09, 2010, we went to Rutgers. We didn't see the Fam. We didn't see the Bethune. We didn't see all those other bands. Y'all didn't start seeing, and then the other trips they taking now. Y'all went to Rose Bowl and all this other stuff. Y'all started doing all this other stuff now. We didn't see all that, but we came in with a tradition that literally was heavy. Like I love 09. That was my year. And then that year, I would say a lot of us rookies came back.
09 was equally as good as any of the years of the Legion on the field. We already know the Legion, it ain't no band in this country that's going to outdo the Legion on the field. So we're going to leave that there. The reason why I put 09 above all the other years, and Julian and I talk about this all the time, and time, everybody from our Swan, everybody from our generation, I'm going to put it out there. The reason why I put 09 first is because they were better in the stands. We were ass in the stands, y'all. Because we put no effort into
it. It was no effort.
I agree.
We didn't have stand rehearsals and all that. If it wasn't for a battle of the bands, or if it wasn't for the field show, we wasn't hitting no ultimate rehearsal daddies on that. So you was gonna get that sweet love. You was gonna get that
reasons,
right? All that. But they still playing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So for me, 09 is the best year of the Legion. I'm done.
I'm gonna say that 09, that off the wall intro y'all did. Oh my God, bro. Oh. Ooh.
Somebody need to turn it.
Who's that?
Is somebody watching the YouTube?
Right.
Somebody YouTubing the YouTube.
It's Jerry.
No. I know what that is. Hold up. Whoa. I know what that is. It's a legend back here. Hold on. Another legend back here. Hopefully I can bring them in and they won't start cussing. Because, they hit the cuss out. Oh, no. She fell out.
YouTube don't like that no more.
Twan, I don't know what's going on with your audio, man. Sign out and log back in. Anyway, anybody else? Best year of the Legion. Rick says 09. A lot of people seem to have agreed with that. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 09. Only thing I felt like was lacking in 09, and it wasn't really lacking, was the trumpet section, but that's because they were outnumbered, in my opinion. For the band, the low brass that they had, they couldn't stand a chance. It just wasn't going to happen. They needed 50 trumpets. And
but guess what?
It is.
You can't be the best. You can't be the best if your trumpets ain't good.
Yeah. They was good. They were solid.
Tom, like I said, it's a toss-up for me between 09 and 03. Because 03 was like the culmination of all that stuff that Doc was building. Like, I was gone. Then y'all got Jamar came in. All those people started coming in after that, bro. Like
Akio.
Like it's a toss-up for me for 03 and 09. The only reason I say 09 is because they were better than us in the stands. That's the only reason.
Hey, 2010 was good too, to be honest.
2010
10 was a solid year. Like
it was solid, but they paled in comparison to 09. So they don't get that respect. It was like you got 09 and then you got 2010. Everybody like,
But I never heard Jupiter play like 2010. Never heard it play like that.
All I'm gonna say this: if we played Jupiter, if we played the arrangements,
oh my God!
If our baritones were allowed to play the stuff that their baritones were allowed to play, the band wouldn't be a comparison, and that's just me. Our baritones play like 4 or 5 parts.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
They was man.
They were never heard.
Yeah.
They weren't heard. They weren't heard back then.
Once Mario and them left, they let the baritones just go ham. They gave them like 2 parts. You know what I'm saying? Ogre started writing and all that, like that Be Scared and all that. Man, if we played all of that music that they played like now in 01 through
give Be Scared to 01.
So what y'all saying is everybody coming back for Alumni Band next year. Who you saying?
No.
Just live it out.
Look, I'm not even going
to let us pray.
Man. Somebody said how many baritones was playing 4 parts. It was like 12 to like 14, like 12 baritones.
Yeah.
Playing 4 parts, 4-part harmonies.
Well, you ain't never gonna hear that.
Or 4 different parts, 4 completely
it would be 4 different parts.
Because bass line, trombone, trumpet, their own little thing going on.
So let's do this real quick. We had 2 more people jump in here. So Jared, give us a year and what you did in the band.
05 came in 05, MD for 4 years, D1 for the last 2. Yeah, take a side, all that.
Obviously, you were in a sweater. Brandy, give us your year and what you did in the band.
Be man.
She looked frozen.
Right.
Frederick.
Dang, she was just moving.
She like Medusa.
Everybody on the panel just sitting here like this.
Golly, man. She was just okay. Now she's moving again. All right. Yeah. Hello, Brandy. You good? Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Oh, no. Yeah, she's gone.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back.
She here. Oh, there she here.
There we go.
Brandy.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can.
Be mad.
I can't hear y'all, so.
Smids. You can't hear us at all?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so she's the one who's watching it because she's trying to hear us on another situation.
Oh, okay.
Got you.
Just give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me, because I'm.
Hey, we have
I'm over here like, oh shit.
we having too much fun with that. Brandy, does anybody know sign language?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know. I have no clue. Well, as she's getting together though.
Baby.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for
I was with you. I was with you.
Hey, if my son wake up, I'm gonna bring him on camera.
Oh.
I didn't hear that.
You okay?
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Julian, we don't need to put that on the show, bro.
Yeah, that it was behind. They didn't hear it.
Good.
They didn't hear that. We just heard that. They didn't hear it.
Yeah. I had to switch phones, man, because one phone was checking. But I was like, it's a lot of dudes up here. Ain't no woodwind representation. Y'all
Thank
foul.
you.
You missed her.
I asked. Tia was on here earlier.
Yeah, you missed her.
But she had to catch a plane. So while you're here,
I seen it, but my this whack ass iPhone. Oh, sorry, he said no cursing.
We been cursing all night.
Yeah, I'm about to say you good at this point. You know, go ahead.
If it was monetized, it ain't now.
I only expect you to use about 20 of them in one sentence.
I've changed. I'm a mother. I have changed.
You cussed me out my rookie year.
I hate all of y'all. I haven't cursed anybody out in a long time.
You did it in 08, everybody.
That was 08. That was like 40 years ago.
But we different people now. We different people.
No. We know what your insides is like.
We're gross. So I look rough, but I've been out since Saturday, so we chilling.
So, Brandy, while you're in here, go ahead and give us your year and what you did in the band.
You don't want to. She didn't want to say it. Look.
01. I'm very proud for it because the greatest class to come through.
I just don't want to admit how old I am.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Lord.
Julian, who brought you food and broke that ankle?
That's a but see, whoa. That's personal people. That ain't got to do with a year.
No.
You talking about personal people, and I already told the story about my broken ankle.
But did your rookie brothers come and find you? Did they come and help you out?
But you said 01. We didn't talk about the brothers. The brothers and 01 is two totally different things. It's two totally different things. Because Squatch came over there, and you know he ain't 01.
Don't talk about my cousin. Don't talk about my cousin. Don't talk about my cousin. That is my family.
The brothers did help a brother out, but it wasn't an 01 thing. That's all I'm saying.
Who brought your school books?
That's all I'm
Julian
saying.
Luke? Who brought
You
your school
did.
books? All right.
What's that got to do with
All
01?
right.
That's you, Brandy, as a
Don't
person.
ever disgrace
That's
01.
you, Brandy, as a person.
No type of
And
way.
you know
No
I
type of
loves
way.
you.
No
So
type of way.
yeah, I
No
see
type
you,
of
Rick.
way.
Even though I ain't 2000.
Hey,
Rick
you
said
about to
time
get the
out.
cussing out. You right there, Eddie. Keep
That's
going.
bus 4.
All right, now here we go. The
The
double deuce.
Yeah,
double
so
deuce
01.
caboose. Woo, woo, woo. Your mama.
Do they even still do that? Do they even know? I don't know. But yeah, 01, Piccolo. That's it. That's the story. Cass Tech, Detroit, all the way.
What up, though?
I talk like this because I can back it up. All that.
Y'all, let me
Yeah.
tell y'all how Cass Tech rides so damn hard for Cass Tech is crazy.
Very Absolutely.
They used to do these reunion concerts. And them joints, they used to do this at Norfolk State. And I was there every single time because them joints used to go so hard. Imagine
Man,
like
that joint
10
great.
people up in the stands sounding like a 50-piece band, loud as a bitch. And they know every single note of the song still 2-3 years later after they done left. I was like, man, this is another
Still to this day.
bro. That was
To this
another
day.
level.
So one
To
of
this
the
day.
but one of the things about the Legion that during specifically our time that a lot of people didn't know about is the fact that we had a lot of people from different places. A lot of people from Detroit, a lot of Virgin Islanders.
Yeah.
You had people like me and Tex who came from
DC.
Houston, DC. Yeah, it was just a lot of different people and from different places that
Richmond,
made
Virginia.
up the Legion. And I think that is what also and don't get me wrong, prior Legion, all that, when you talk to people from the 90s and the 80s, you know, there was always that form of aggression there. But I think that I have no idea who or what that is. To me, it's I don't know who that is.
That's Seaver. Is Seaver still here?
Oh no, hold on. Okay, there we go. I got it. All right, but anyway, but my point that I was trying to make is just the fact that there was so many things that made up, you know, what the Legion is and was, and even to this day. And I think that tradition it has carried on. So it's really interesting to see, you know, you guys come in. And then most of you all in this room right now, not everybody, but a lot of you all in this room right now are from Detroit. And, you know, I bang with the Detroit folks. I don't know. I don't know why I connected with y'all the most. I don't know. Most of you guys felt like y'all, you know, were from my city, except from Ton, except, you know, when he went to the city and got called fool. He was ready to swing on folks.
That was a big trip too.
So hold up, right quick. I got to bring some folks in. Give me 1 second.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yes.
We got you.
Okay.
All right.
We fool with you because you can play. Detroit people only fool with
Oh,
people who can play.
snap.
But
Facts.
Detroit changed the Legion, y'all. Like, let's
Oh,
be real. Because Detroit did two things. Won't many
I
people
can't see. Is
outplaying
that
the folks
Tion?
from
Yeah, that's
Detroit.
Dion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other part of it is Detroit changed the mentality of the Legion. Because the Legion, like in 2000, my rookie year, we ain't had that killer instinct like we
The
had.
attitude.
Right, the following year, man. Y'all brought that to the band, bro. So, Brandon, you ain't lying. Like, maybe I can say it now because, you know, I'm from Portsmouth. I love my city. But at the time I was in the Legion, it was more people in the band from Detroit than it was from Portsmouth. And we the next damn city over. So, Detroit changed the Legion, bro. For real.
And
I
the
know. I tried
Detroit
to
crew
impress
that
all the
came
Detroit
down
folks.
there. That first Detroit crew was a hell of a crew. That
we
99,
just talked about this, didn't we?
yeah, that
We
99
literally just
crew
had the
was
conversation.
a hell of a
It
first
wasn't just
pioneers
Detroit.
that
It
came
was
back
Cass
there.
Tech.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh God!
I was
it
about
started
to
being
say
I'm
a lot
sorry.
of
Detroit
them.
like
A lot
I'm
of them
04.
sorry.
came from
Well, I mean
Cass.
02, but
Hell yeah.
yeah.
So here's the thing. So first of all, somebody was like, "We should have made this a Zoom meeting." So you know, I before because it's been 2 hours. Good Lord. I was really hoping that this thing went for an hour, but you know, It's the Legion, it's family, man. It's difficult to try to pull this off in an hour. Yeah, and homecoming and all that. But
And I was like,
I want to go around real quick and
yeah,
Tion, what's going
I
on,
was
brother?
over here waiting on them.
But
Shit was on there.
he got the thing unmuted and
Is
then
it thing?
there.
Is that Tion?
Yeah.
It is Tion.
But I want to go around real quick, and you guys just let me know what was it that the Legion did for you that made you better or progress you in whatever it is that you're doing right now. So Derek, you go first, bro.
All right. Well, needless to say that music is my profession. I think the Legion is different from any other, at least from my conversations with other college students. Different from any other program, man. It was the perfect lab environment for me to grow. I think the staff, they provided the proper variables for that. It gave me leeway to learn, fall on my ass, pick myself back up. And I'm forever grateful, man. I learned, I don't say everything I know, but I learned a great deal.
That's what I was trying to get out.
They be hitting the unmute daddy right in the middle of people talking. Rick, you got it, man. What did the Legion give you, or what did the Legion done for you that you feel has progressed you or made you better in your profession?
Okay.
This whole time, his internet been fine. Now all of a sudden, his internet shut down when I asked this question. Rick, you hear me?
You don't hear nothing.
All right, Smith.
No, I hear you now. I got kicked out or something. I don't know what happened. Somebody kicked me out so they could come in. That's what it was.
But all right, go ahead. What you got?
What I got on what? I missed the question, bro.
I said what? I said what is it, or what do you feel like the Legion gave you that was great for you, that progressed you on or helped you in your profession or just your life?
Wow. So I talked about it at the beginning of the show. Dr. Sanford and I used to butt heads like crazy. Like Doc would kick me out if I like sniffed in rehearsal. Like he would kick me out for anything.
I agree.
And it's funny because now Dr. Sanford is one of my biggest resources. I love that man. Like Doc has been there for me. Every career move I've made, Doc has given me insight on. He told me I'll be stupid not to, take the job I have now at UConn, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think the thing I got the most from the Legion was not musically related. It was the friendships that we have right now, the people that I haven't seen in years. And it's like, man, we still, like we've been together this whole time, man. Like, I haven't seen Phil in years. That's my man, you know what I'm saying? So, and, I never marched with Phil. So, like, even when I was out the band, I would come around, you know what I'm saying? And I always felt like I had a home in the Legion. That's the first thing. Professionally, I had an opportunity to teach at an HBCU. So being in an HBCU band and then teaching an HBCU band, the one thing that Julia and I used to preach all the time is pride. Because everybody don't have that pride that we have in the Legion, y'all. They don't. Mm-hmm. They just don't. Like some bands, like I taught in the SWAC. And every single band, person that we would talk to wanted to be Southern. And I'm like, dog, it's already a Southern. We can't all be Southern. And you even see it now. Tonio talked about the sound, right? We built a sound that was different. And everybody, oh, that shit weak, dog. Or, oh, you sound like a white band. No, we sound like a band that plays a tune with characteristic sound. That's what we sound like. And like we used to joke on, man, like we used to laugh. I remember the first time I heard Southern was in Mario and Ken's room, right next door to me and Scott Hall. Because they Cass Tech, I think, traveled to Southern for like a homecoming or something, and y'all were in the front of the band. That was the first time I had ever even heard of Southern, was in college at Norfolk State. That wasn't our culture. You know what I'm saying? And you can't expect that to be what everybody assumes a great band is. So that's the next thing is pride. Pride in what we do and how we do it. And the last thing I'll probably say is, in general, I've taught middle school, high school, and collegiate academia. And for me, I learned how to get out of my own way at Norfolk State. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got to Norfolk, y'all, I had never marched really ever show style at all. And then so I wanted to go to JMU. You know, like I used to listen to JMU on my head, like that was the thing, because my band director was white and he didn't preach HBCU. And some of y'all are band directors and you know this already. There's a lot of people that are in our spaces that don't support us, that don't support what we do as Black people. That's why people like Jared, who is putting people in people's bands every year. Jared, I've been following your career, bro. I know how great of a band director you are. Every time where I look, your kids are there. You know what I'm saying? You have to have somebody that appreciates your culture and who you stand for as a person. I didn't know that. So I didn't want to go to Norfolk State. Only reason I went to Norfolk State was because Dr. Sanford gave me a $500 scholarship. That's the only reason I went to Norfolk. And it turned out to be the best decision I ever made. You know what I'm saying? And all the things we dealt with there and, you know, not being a section leader and all those things, it made me the person that I am today. So I love my experience at Norfolk. I love my friends. Like I said, I ain't love the Legion because I got so tired of Doc kicking me out. But I appreciate those life lessons that I learned because it turned me into the educator and all that I am today, man. And, you know, now I'm about to finish my doctorate in May. So, you know, the Legion gave me those 2 degrees, undergrad and master's degree. So they sent me on the way too. So, yeah.
Nah, they ain't give it to him. You earned them.
Yeah.
you earned them.
God's been good to all of us, man. Like, we here. You know, I got to the Legion, I was 17 years old. You know, I'm 40. I'm about to be 41 this year, dog. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, whoever thought I would be a 41-year-old man? You know, back then, y'all, I ain't had no teeth. I was missing a tooth right here, and you know, now I got all my damn teeth back, and you know, and my life has completely changed, and that started in the Legion. So, yeah.
All right, Jose.
For me, I would say relationships, friendships. Everybody always treat everybody like family. Especially like Rick said, if you haven't seen folks in a long time. I think that's something that I'm not gonna say I didn't see a lot, but our band was so small in high school. I mean, literally like 15 people. You know what I'm saying? 20 people. So when I got to the Legion, you know, the value system was different. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it exposed me to that and just to strive, you know, for excellence in music. Whether I'm playing trumpet or, you know, guitar, trying to get the most out of my instrument, you know, those long nights and rehearsals and sectionals, you know what I'm saying, kind of instilled that that vision in me from being in the Legion.
All right. Devin.
I would say one of the things that really got me was when I first my last performance was in the middle of the season. The financial check didn't go through. But in 2010, after 2010 and 2011, I joined the Army. And when I got the basic training, I remember I had a journal, and I used to write in my journal every day. And I wrote in there, band camp is harder than basic training. I wrote that in there, and I had an emphasis. I wrote that in there, and my drill sergeant found my journal, and he was like, "Who wrote band camp is harder than basic training? I'm about to smoke everybody." And I was like,
me.
And I was like, and I was just like literally we stuck to our roots, and we was unapologetic of who we were. We didn't care. Like everybody knew who Southern was. Like everybody said before, we knew who Southern was. You knew who Fan was. You knew who all these other people was. But anytime Norfolk hit the floor, everybody was like, I like that. Like it was like I like them. I love them. They got the show anytime we showed up somewhere, and that's how I feel like I carry myself now. Like I don't walk into a room without nobody knowing who I am. At least I'm not. I'm gonna shake your hand, introduce myself, and I'm gonna be an unapologetic person who I am. So that's how we roll, and that's what like instilled into us, especially in our session bodacious. Like we don't care what the song says. We gonna be heard. So and that's how we were. So that's really one of the biggest things that I really loved about the Legion.
All right, Tom.
One of the most important things I learned in the Legion was the road step. And rigid. Why y'all just stuck?
Oh, we thought you got stuck.
No, we thought you were stuck. I thought you were froze, bro. I swear to God, I thought you were froze.
I wanted to add some semblance. I thought you were gonna go into it.
Then he was like,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So,
he was supposed to be like, yeah, because the rigid has to do with your life.
Right.
Yeah, I thought you were about to take us there. Like, I thought you were about to take us there.
Hey, all right. So, I go a little bit like Rick on Rick's side. I didn't have the most pleasant experience as with the staff that I would like to have. It's probably my attitude. I did have a different attitude, real aggressive. Back then, I'm different now. So I probably learned patience a lot while being in the Legion. I learned patience and family, just staying connected to people.
He got froze.
Now he
Did I
really
freeze?
is stuck.
He froze this time. Yeah, he froze this
Medusa.
time.
Every time somebody freezes, you saying Medusa.
He got down, so you had to freeze.
Okay, y'all back?
No, we back.
Yeah, we
y'all
got
disappeared on me. Like everybody
You disappeared on us.
You disappeared on us.
You
We was in the
us.
middle of the conversation.
So I learned patience. I learned lifelong relationships matter. I met some great people, and I really value those relationships that I gained during those times. I mean, it's just I can go a lot of places in the country or in the world and connect with somebody that was in the Legion, and that means a lot to me.
All right, Phil.
I mean, same. Just meeting so many different people from so many different places, different schools. It's a significant amount of talent that came through Norfolk State, and just learning to appreciate that, to learn from folks, and yeah, just have these relationships with everybody that you can come back, connect to. The biggest thing professionally, I wouldn't have my job right now if it wasn't for Mr. Adams, because I was coming into a lesson one day, and he saw me walking my tube, and he was like, "Son, you look like you don't want to be here." And I'm like, "You know what? I don't."
You could be right. you could
Like,
be true.
I didn't want to do music. And he was like, "All right, so now we're going to use your lessons to decide what you want to do." And that's when I got into game design. And once I left, I got my degree and I got my IT job, and that sprung me to a bunch of different IT places. I'm a training specialist for a company that tracks airplanes via satellite.
Ooh.
And I wouldn't have had that if Mr. Adams didn't just say that day, "You look like you don't want to be here."
That really sounds like a Mr. Adams conversation.
It was very much a Mr. Adams conversation.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's those certain things you need to hear to really think about it, and having that staff to guide us, all of the staff. It's just, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't go to Norfolk State.
All right. Greg?
Can we recap the question real quick?
Yeah. So, what did the Legion give you that sticks with you, and that you've had or that you've used over your life or in your job or the things that you do now?
Discipline. The biggest thing is the discipline. And y'all, like my boy over here to the left, the one that joined the army, I can relate to that because I'm in the army too. So
where you at?
Where
you at?
I'm at Campbell.
Oh, I'm at Bragg. I'm about to go to
Hey,
Carson.
I'm retired.
How many years of service?
Nah. See, that don't even matter because he got out. He retired. He got out. But nah.
8 more years.
Lifelong relationships. 2 of my former roommates on this panel right now. Anton and Jose.
Absolutely.
My boys.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. I love listening to Jose play, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love listening to talented. Phil, you were right, bro. There are some talented people at Norfolk State, bro. And I never knew that so many talented people would go to one place and enjoy music like that. Like it's amazing to me.
But
Like
Greg,
my first time seeing screamers up close was like Rick, Anton,
I had
Alfred,
never
Will
experienced.
Who
I had
else?
never
I'm
experienced nothing like that.
Missing somebody else.
Pickles.
Did I say Pickles? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like my first introduction to seeing like screamers like right here, like in my ear. You know, you hear them on records, but to actually see it like changed my whole perception of playing horn, like just playing horn, listening to horn. You know what I mean?
Well, see, I'm from North Carolina, so all we get is like Central, Winston, A&T. Like they wannabes, you know what I'm saying? Then I got to Norfolk and I see like Anton and Julian. I'm like, oh my God, like they really do this out here. Like they really do it. But
it's funny, Greg, you bring that up, bro, because I just want to say one thing because I know Julian want to move it forward. A lot of people talk about, and it's true, it's true. Southern has the most collegiate band directors in the HBCU field. Mm-hmm. But number 2 is Norfolk State. And like we are everywhere, bro. And all these people that try to talk about how we do things, oh, it ain't loud, it ain't aggressive, whatever. Then why are we all of us, like very, very successful people? Look at Toya. Mm-hmm. Toya in Canada killing it. You know what I'm saying? Look at Javier was at Houston Tilson. Now he's a professional trombone player in Houston, Austin area. Look at Jolie, Jazz Educator of the Year. Mm-hmm. Jolie is Jazz Educator of the Year. You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing at UConn, I'll pull that national championship ring. Like all these people went to Norfolk State, bro. And so I think I don't know about y'all, but I hold great pride and I hold my head high. I wear my Norfolk stuff at UConn sometimes because I'm proud of it.
Go ahead, people stop me like back home in Fayetteville where I'm from. I wear my Legion stuff sometimes, and they still be like, "Yo, you went to Norfolk State?" I was like, "No, I'm marching the Legion, bro. It's a difference." they're like, "For real?" I'm like, "Bro." They'd be like, "Play something," and I shred it, and they'd be like, "Bro, I'm trying to go there." I'm like, "Well, hey, I mean,
yeah, we are well represented, bro. Like Julian, myself, all of us that are involved in drum corps, we all came from Norfolk State. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think people, it's easy to lean on that stuff that they don't understand, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, the helmet's ugly. Oh, look how they march. Look what the drum majors do. You know what I'm saying? To me, I've always said I love the drum major thing, but I think for me, Norfolk is unapologetically Norfolk. And, the only thing I wish is that, they throw some of them old daddies that we play away and go in a different but other than that, man, like, yeah, man. I mean, you're right. And every band has staples. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. Jared, do I need to remind you of the question or are you good?
Hey, I got a bone to pick with Jared too.
I'm dead.
Well,
I got a bone to pick with Jared.
Save it offline. But go ahead, Jared.
Yeah.
Nope.
Jerry can't
No, you
hear
telling me
us.
no, or you
Jerry
telling Greg
can't
no? I'm
hear
confused.
us.
Y'all can hear me?
Now we can hear
Yeah,
you.
Yes.
we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we hear
I
you.
can hear
Good.
Devin. I can't hear no, or everybody else is stuck. But yeah, if y'all can hear me, what did the Legion do for me? That's the thing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So I mean, of course, it's doing a lot for me. You know, I'm a high school band director and whatnot, and I'm an outlier in my area here in Atlanta. Um, and what the Legion did for me though is exposure for sure
Mm-hmm.
to talent on a whole nother level. I was easily one of the best percussionists in the city when I graduated from high school, came to the Legion, and was immediately nothing. Like it was wild. Well, I won't say nothing, but
I wouldn't say you were
there was
nothing, bro.
people like far better than me. Um, so exposure for sure, like seeing people great at what they do. And I mean, I went to CAS. We was amazing. But meeting people from all over the place that was like the top from where they were. Um, yeah, that did a lot. And then the sound difference. So
Mm-hmm.
I have a different sound concept than probably every band around me. And everybody said a lot. Like they'd be like, bro, y'all, the sound your kids have is I'd be like, yeah, I'm chasing after Norfolk. I want a high school band that sounds like, you know what I'm saying, like a glorified version of the pep band. Because I always respected the pep band at Norfolk. Like I was like, it's a tradition of it is blowing. And it's clean. And that's something MD did for me for sure. Cleanliness, it's on the whole nother level. I'm really proud of what them guys are doing up there now, for sure. But yeah, exposure is the best thing the Legion did for me for sure.
Absolutely. Twan?
And everybody is stuck. That's good.
Let's see. Can I be heard this time?
Yeah, you're
Yep.
good, brother. Go ahead.
All right, no doubt. I feel like I have two, and the first was a Mr. Adams moment, sitting in his office, and I can't remember what was going on, but it was trombone lessons, but I was a bassoon, major too. He's like, "No, son, look, I need you to understand that you're a musician. Like you're not a trombone player, you're not a bassoon player. Like you're a musician. I need you to really understand this." And he was preaching that to me for a while, and it didn't come until I started teaching for a while. Like I can appreciate the difference now. You know what I mean? So that just knowing that it was larger than you know whatever instrument I was working on at that time. So between that and the relationship I ended up having with all the different band directors in different ways, and then getting to that last year drum major, and then just kind of letting me go, like what I mean, just stop showing up to the band room, just kind of let me go, and that was like perfect proving grounds for being a teacher. Between that
So are we
and
waiting on him to unfreeze? Because he been frozen for like 15 minutes.
I've been hearing them the whole time.
Who frozen?
Well, he
oh
ain't
look,
frozen me.
I was moving around like, can I see my head move?
I can't hear
Um,
Antoine.
We
Yeah,
can
we can
all
hear.
hear Twan.
Yeah, we can hear him.
You
And
just
you.
interrupted him, is what you did.
Yeah, I can hear.
but yeah, between that and
My
and
bad.
doing student
Keep
teaching in
going.
Virginia
I'll
Beach,
pretend to hear.
you always did. but not doing doing student teaching in Virginia Beach, and everybody expected that I didn't know anything until like a weekend. They like, oh man, like y'all really got some musicians over at Norfolk. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we got a music program,
That's kind of what
and
we do.
and then 2 weeks later, he wasn't coming out of his office when class started. He would be in his office the entire class period, just giving me all of his classes. So yeah, just the dopeness, like being the underdog to a lot of people that just didn't realize what was going on in the program at that time. And
Absolutely.
having the mean ass band staff at that time too. You know, I feel like we got the perfect time of being at Norfolk as far as band staff and just president and support and all that good stuff.
Stability.
Yeah.
All right, Brandy. Even though you didn't hear him, go. You got it.
Don't do me. I already told you I had bad reception in the hospital. Um,
No, I think it's just Frederick
what I
being
took
Frederick.
away from the Legion, if you know me, you know it took me a little bit to fall in love with the Legion because I'm from Detroit. We was hardcore bred sweat, so that was a different. It was a whole different. It was just different. You can't say it was MEAC. You can't say it was SWAC. It was the Legion. It was different, and so it took me a minute to kind of adapt to that, even though I did choose to go there. But what I take away is patience and that anybody can contribute. Um, and I take that to the Johnny One Note system because that took me a lot to accept to like, hey, you still don't know this music? We got 5 songs that we have for 5 days and you don't know no music. So it taught me patience and that anybody can contribute. And I carry that in my job because I'm one of the few people on this panel right now that's not in music. So when I'm at work at the hospital, I take it that I can learn something from everybody, and that includes everybody from the people that are above me, the doctors, and then all the way down to the environmental services people or the janitors. Like everybody has something that they can contribute to make what we do as a whole grand. And it carries me far because now I'm as a nurse practitioner, I'm the only um in at my level, I'm the only black person. So it just always, everybody always look at me, that's kind of, they give you that black power. Oh, you made it, go ahead girl, you made it, the clerks and stuff, you made it. And so I just take it and I treat them with respect. And they already surprised at how many awards that I've gotten just in the short 3 years that I've been in this position. Is just because I'm just took that Johnny One Note. Everybody got something they could contribute until they could get better and make this grand. And also the relationships and the friendships that I built. Like I didn't march with Big Head or Derek, um but I consider them good friends. I met Big Head gets on my last nerves, but I love I love him and I got his back or whatever. But I'd never marched with them, but we just we never had that awkwardness where I'm like, I don't know you. You Legion, you good. And that's just something that I think a lot of us have all experienced. Like, oh, it doesn't matter if you march in 87 versus what year is this? 2022, like you Legion, we good. And that's just kind of something that I take away. And the one thing that always stuck out to me was pride. Oh, that's 3, 4. Look, I've been up since it's 2023. Okay, thanks for letting me
2023.
know.
I was
Look, it's
trying to
been a
just
it's
kind
been
of
a
whisper it to
long.
just let you keep going, but you got it.
You got it. Y'all know what I meant. They with me. But the thing that I loved about the Legion the most was pride. People had pride in this band from the note they played to the way they put on the uniform. That pride is something that kind of elevated us in the band world. We liked the way you couldn't tell us nothing. We put on our uniform. We held that our heads high. When we went out in public, they was like, "Dang, that's the Legion. Look how they look." Everybody knew that because everybody had that personal pride. And I'm hoping that's something that's still being instilled in the young people today, because I think that's what set us apart from so many different band programs. So that's my takeaway.
Absolutely.
And
And
Brandon, you bring up something cool too, because like I think we need to give her flowers while we here, bro. Like all of us know how important Miss Sanders was to that program. Right? Everybody
But
always gives the
absolutely.
credit to Dr.
Rick,
Sam and
Absolutely.
Paul.
Rick, when I
And-
showed up at Norfolk, Miss Sanders was the first
yeah.
smiling face I saw.
Yep.
That set the tone for my entire time in Norfolk.
You can say what you
My
want.
entire
He
time.
recruited me.
The
She
sound of the
definitely
Legion.
recruited me.
The sound of the Legion is Stephanie Sanders. Miss Sanders was in front of us more than any other person. Her and Mr. Adams.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's still there, and the Legion's still amazing. Why? Because the teaching is consistent. The sound of the Legion, and she need her flowers, and she need to hear all of her babies say this. Is Stephanie Sanders.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Put that in public.
She's her. She is her, definitely.
So
Yeah, the Sax
and
May
all the
has
hot
actually honored her a few years
Adams
back
Adams
at the
arrangements
brunch.
and her molding the band.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, I absolutely agree with that. Matter of fact, 1,000% agree with that. I want to do this very quickly because we're going on 3 hours, Lord.
Crazy.
But 3 hours. Oh my God. But I did want to bring him in because I saw him down there, and I also want to let Tion and them introduce themselves too. But I saw him down there, and I wanted to bring him in because he actually works with the Legion now. But he also has a connection with me because he is the announcer for the Legion today. Currently, I was a former announcer for the Legion as well. And so I want to go ahead and bring him in very quickly. What's going on there, Eric? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm packing my bags right now. So
no, you good. You good. Can you do me a favor, man? Just for the people, give your year and then your contribution to the Legion. What'd you do? What'd you march, so on and so forth.
My name is actually Eric Johnson, not Eric Jones. I came to the Legion. Yeah, the feds is watching. Just kidding. I came to the Legion in 2003, so it's 20 years, which is unbelievable. And I was a Spartan guard. Initially, I was supposed to play alto saxophone, but some changes happened over the summer, and I just went with the flow. But what I can say is the people that were here before me, I always looked up to all of y'all. And I'm from Portsmouth, so I just had extended family, and I was actually the first person in my family to actually go to college, and graduate. So that meant a lot. But it's an honor to serve in this capacity as a band announcer, and I love everybody, even if I don't know you like that. But yeah, I love you.
He doing announcer talk on the
Yeah, he did. You might as well say, "Let the heavens resound" while you at it.
What he did at Tennessee State, though. Oh my God.
So, how long have you been announcing now for the band?
This will be season 10. This is season 10.
That's what I thought.
Wow, you've been doing that long?
Yes,
Nice.
I've been doing it.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, aside from Mr. Staten, I think you would probably be the next longest person, because it was Mr. Staten, and I think Custom was in there somewhere, and then I was in there for about 2 years, and then
the boy that couldn't read.
Who? The boy after me?
Yeah, the boy that could not articulate or didn't know nobody's name. I was like, who the hell is this?
He was just somebody they filtered in, and then I think you were after them, right?
Yeah, I came after him.
Yeah, so
they had 100 niggas in. I mean, people in. Sorry.
Hey man, we have hard. Okay.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
demonetize.
tell y'all to excuse Eric. Is gonna be Eric. I expect for him to be who he is. So
do we have the beat button?
I am not.
I apologize. I don't mean. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize if you don't mean it though. Like, just let it be, bro.
I'm being politically correct.
And intentionally wrong.
He is going to be who he is. But no, I the reason why I asked, man, is because I mean, me being a DJ and then, coming in under Custom and stuff like that, one of the funniest things, and Custom will tell you, Custom never read a script. He just kind of went off the dome, which was, basically the same thing that I did. I remember it was one day we were up there. He did the opening, I did the dance routine, and it was just one day. It was really one day where my brain was just gone, and we started the dance routine, and I was like, "Come on!" And then I looked at Cuss, and I was like, "All right, that's all I got." And he was like, "You ain't got nothing else." I was like, "I ain't got nothing else. That's it." But I understand what it's like to be in the booth, and you are year 10, man. What is it like just being in that position? Because I knew what it felt like coming in after Cuss and State and Mr. Staten. But now you are really have taken that thing on and really just taken the helm. So what has it been like being in that position?
Um, to be honest, it feels like the weight of the world is on my shoulders before I do it, because for me, it's a representation of the students, the university, the band program, uh, but it's very the adrenaline kicks in and it goes. And I actually take time to write a script. Some things you hear, a lot of things you hear, they're just like off the dome, but I just try to take my time and write. Does this make sense? Is this logical? And I don't ever want to supersede the band. I don't like to hear band announcers talk over the band the entire time. I think that takes away from the artistry and the hard work the students have put into it. I remember being a student and we asked Doc to tell said announcer to stop yelling, and we got cussed out. So it feels, it's a privilege and an honor, but it's a heavy load sometimes. Like the Tennessee State thing. You try to
That was
figure
funny.
you
That
try
was
to
funny.
figure out
I'm
what to
sorry.
say.
That was funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
That was
and
funny.
I'm gonna be honest. You try to figure out what to say so you don't get fired, because but there in the beginning would screen everything I was saying. He said, "What you gonna say? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?"
Because we know you.
Yeah. So
That's funny.
and so, but Julian, it's a lot of things. Then you hear feedback from people that's relevant, irrelevant.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and I'm like, your band got 50 people in it. You shouldn't be
Oh,
saying that.
I just want to before we continue on this conversation, that is the Kim Possible ringtone versus my Power Rangers ringtone,
Yeah.
which is completely different. I just wanted to make sure I put that out there because every time Power Rangers goes off, they want to say it's Kim Possible. That was yours?
Yeah, it was me. I apologize.
No, you good. You good. So so I know that I get exactly what you're saying, and I know one of the most difficult things that I remember doing the job is usually when it comes to dance routine. Because you want to try to get the crowd excited, and you want to try to feel it, with something that's going to be able to boost the energy and boost the crowd without talking too much. And back then, Doc never asked us, to see a script. It just wasn't the thing that he ever asked for us to do. But I do remember distinctly, and kind of going to what you said, I used to hear a lot of stuff too, because when Mr. Staten officially left, I went to Doc and I said, "Hey, I can do the Staten cadence. I can do that. I don't have a problem with that." He told me, he was like, "No, Luke, I want you to do something different. Be different." And I was like, "Oh, look at it." I was like, "All right, cool. I'll do something different." And that's kind of where you got that different style of Behold. Was it requested for you to be somewhat similar in the cadence of Staten, or was that something that you just decided to do?
Uh, it's just something I decided to do because I remember being a freshman. Well, even before I came to Norfolk State, I would mimic Mr. Staten. Um, and so I do a good job of impersonating certain people. I think it's cool, but I just decided to go that route and add certain nuances with it. Uh, but the thing I believe that has made it work currently is because I listen to the feedback from the students that are in the band, because they are the ones that have the most at stake in it. So if I sound flat, then their performance is not going to come across in the manner that it can, excuse me, or that it should. Because I'm just like the extra frosting on the cake or whatever. But I also want to add to and not diminish the work that they do. Because because when you're performing in a band, it's all about that general effect portion. How does this performance make me feel? You get into the DC. I'm sorry, the DCI triad. How does this make me feel? It's a reaction. So I take into account all of those things: the repertoire, the cadence, and the pacing of the show. So that's just what I consider.
Absolutely. And one thing that we always will know as human beings, people are people. Regardless of whether you put everything great into it and you do a great job at it, somebody's always going to have something to say. But no, I appreciate what you're doing. I think it's dope, the fact that you've been doing it for 10 years now. I don't know if you plan on going as long as Staten. But if you do, more power to you, and kudos to you. But no, I just wanted to bring you in because again, you are someone who works with the current Legion, and you are the voice of the Legion currently. And so it only makes sense to be able to have you in here and give you the opportunity to speak. So, man, great job of what you're doing, man, and keep it up. Absolutely.
Yeah, you are doing a great job, bro. It's gonna
Probably,
be
brother.
hard for somebody to follow you. It's gonna be hard, I'm telling you.
No. I just want to say thank you to everybody because I'm gonna go and finish packing this damn bag. I'm sorry, this darn bag. Hit the hit button. And no, I learned. I just want to answer the question real quick. The thing I got from the Legion that stuck with me the most is to be unapologetically confident in everything that you do, and take no excuse. I don't take excuses from anybody because if you choose to be raggedy, but I'm gonna let you.
There he is.
All right,
There he is.
All right, guys. Love y'all.
There you go.
All right, brother. Happy homecoming.
Hey, Julie, I'm telling you right now, Tion gonna still off on you, cuz.
That man been in the that man been in the that man been in the
I didn't even know they were ready to go.
You said you never got those hands.
Look, they got Ant on there. They don't even got Tion ain't on there no more.
So Ant is in here. So if Ant's in here, he would be by far the oldest person in the room right now. So
we know.
And go ahead and introduce yourself, because we got to get ready to shut this down at some point. Because we could be on here for another 3 hours. But
no, we can't.
Easily.
Look, you can say that, but every time somebody that came out, some new people that came in. So I'm just telling you. But Ant, go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Your year, and what you did in the Legion.
All right, so Anthony Phillips came in 1990, but my rookie year is considered 90-91. Dizzy came in under Chiefs. So I was Chiefs last year. I had Olive Walker and Doc's first year. Let's see, what else? KK Psy, Alpha Line, Spring 92, 3. What else? From Long Island, New York, partially raised in Portsmouth, Virginia, at the Craddock High School. I say Portsmouth schools, because started at Wilson, Craddock, then Manor, then Northam, then back to Craddock, then Wilson, back to Craddock, and then Norfolk State.
But let me tell you how
So
full
other than
circle.
playing trumpet, I also played. Yeah, I said other than playing trumpet, I started out on horn, and then I played E flat, alto horn, baritone. I picked up trumpet in the 10th grade.
Look, let me tell you how full circle the Legion is, bro. So Ant brought me in the band. Ant was there when we came in the band. I was Ant's son, band director. I started his son on the trumpet, and his son is Legion. and KK, like, bro, like, wow, that's the Legion, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Wow.
So I'm not gonna tell you how I first met Ant. That's more of a KK side conversation. But but one of the things that I've always enjoyed about not just Ant but just older Legion members is and rightfully so, right? Like during the homecoming time, or even if they just in the neighborhood, if they around, if they just like, man, let me go up to the school real quick, man. They have always been very inviting to be able to talk to you, reach out, say, hey, I marched this year. What you do first? What you do? But if you in the section, Dizziac, it don't matter what section you in, Bodacious, man, they open up, they come to you open arms and are just ready to just kind of receive what you're doing, man. I've never heard a bad comment from Ant or Alf or any of the old Dizzies that came through. I've never heard them have a bad comment. It's just always been respect, and it's and from us as well. It's always been respect down for paving the way for allowing us to be a part of the section and just being able to take it to new heights and new levels. So I just want to be able to say, with Ant being on here as one of the older members that are on here, that we appreciate you all for what you all did to be able to bring the Legion to what it was, so that we were able to take it to the next level. So we appreciate you, brother, 100%.
Absolutely, and I give it right back, man. I mean, even with the young cats that's in the section now, I mean, the thing is ever improving. And I tell them, I said, listen, right now you might be looking at yourself like, okay, I'm under grass, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. I said, but in a few years you're gonna be on this side. So, you want to leave some type of tutelage, when you actually join the alumni ranks, so to make sure that the section maintains the same prestige, and that's it, man. You got some people say, well, section should be like '02 or should be like 95 or should be like, I'm like, no, you need to make your mark for the season that you're there. You don't want to live off of, the backs of the people who paved the way before you. What you want to do is pay homage and reverence to them by doing what you need to do while you're there. So every time I get an opportunity to talk to the guys, that's what I preach.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And to be quite honest, it's not like your conversation has changed. It wasn't like you said anything really different to us, for real. So I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't do this. Is Tion still there? Because if Tion is still there, we got to make sure.
Tion is on his way down to Texas to beat you.
He's gonna steal off on you.
Tion, he almost at your front door. He right here.
There you go. What's up, Tion? What's going on, bro?
He gonna do that
Tion, introduce yourself, the year you came in, and what you do in the Legion.
I came in 04, played tuba, Bodacious. It all started for me at Shaw University. That's where I originally went to school at. Watching the '02 season tape. I wanted to get out of North Carolina. I sucked at the first time. But once I got here, I didn't have no audition. I kind of just auditioned with Anton and Rayshawn Shell and did what I did, and it's all history from there. I enjoyed myself. It gave me a lot of discipline, a lot of partying. That guy right there with the glasses that looking like an old man was my section leader. A lot of great guys, man. A lot of young fellas like Bill, Wright. You know what I mean? They came after. So much respect. As you can see, we right now, we out here still giving back to the alumni band, me and my rookie brothers. So we represent for Bodacious right now here. That's why Ant right here with us. So yeah, we still doing our thing. It's good to see everybody though.
Yeah, man, and look, I wasn't ignoring you, man. It was just the fact that every time you came in, it was like you would lock out, you would come out, and then you would come in, and you would come out. And I was like, all right, is he ready to go yet? And then Eric popped in. My bad, dog. My bad. you know, I got love for you, bro. But no,
Yeah,
I do want to say this because it now has been 3 hours and 6 minutes and 48 seconds at this point, and growing. This episode was definitely important for me. Because I wanted the world to be able to see what the Legion is about. I'm glad I missed that. I don't even want to know what it was. But see, it's got my train of thought off. Anyway, but no, I wanted the world to be able to see what the Legion is about. I think that being a person who was from the South, being a person who's from Houston, I didn't know what the Legion was. I didn't know what a Norfolk was. My first time ever in life seeing Morris Brown was when they came up to play Texas Southern, and that was really kind of the only quote unquote MEAC experience that I had outside of FAMU. And so going to Norfolk, being a part of the Legion, was something that truly changed my life. And I just wanted to be able to let the world experience what I experienced from you all, as a family, as a band family, as a Legion family. There's so many things that I could say about the Legion. I met my wife in the Legion. And so my best friend is in the Legion, godfather of my kids, and the list goes on and on. So, I thought that this episode was super important to be able to do on this show. I appreciate every single person who commented in the chat. I appreciate everybody who came on. Before we leave, what I want to be able to do is allow everybody to get one last comment in. Anything that you want to say doesn't necessarily have to be Legion related. But anything that you want to say, any last words, any comments that you got. I'm gonna cover Brandy up real quick. She got that going on. My bad. Oh, there we go. There we go. I ain't. She was doing something. But also, for the people who are no longer in here, Twan, Tan, Farad, Tia, Eric, I appreciate all of you guys for being able to come in too. And while he did just post this in the chat, before I give everybody the opportunity to go around and say your last thoughts, I do want to say rest in peace to all the fallen Legion members that we have had. Not even just in this past year, but years past. We just recently lost a Legion member, my rookie brother and former roommate. But we've lost many more. So we definitely want to say rest in peace to all of them. So I do want to make sure I give that reverence. So real quick, let's go around the room. Last words, final comments, whatever you got. Derek, we'll start with you.
Man, love the band. That's it. Yeah.
That works. Rick.
First of all, man, I want to say thank y'all. Chance to get on here tonight, man. It's been a crazy time. We're playing at 2 high school band competitions this weekend, so we've been working hard and some other things. But I want to say, first of all, y'all enjoy homecoming. I'm not gonna be able to make it to homecoming this year. I made it last year because I celebrated my 20th year in Omega, but I'm gonna try to make it next year because my boys will celebrate their 20th next year. So y'all enjoy homecoming. Shout out to Spring 03 Pi Gamma celebrating their 20th this year. Shout out to all the bros of Fabi Alpha and KK Psi. All right, represent. Y'all have a good weekend. But man, God bless you, brother. It's so good to see y'all, man. Hopefully 1 year, man. 1 year we can get all these legends in a band to do a super all-star band, man. Like, I know we talk about it every year, but hopefully that can happen 1 year. I would love to play with y'all again. So,
I'm down for that too.
yeah. So, y'all have a good weekend. Like I always do, support Black people, support Black business, support things that make us better. Yebba just came out with a new track today, and that joint is fire. So if y'all haven't heard that new Yebba track now. That's some good music for y'all to go listen to. But that's it. Y'all brothers have a good Brandy. God bless you and your family. We love you. We just playing Healing Mercy. So God bless you and everybody else.
All right. Jose, what you got?
I'm grateful for every experience I've had with the Legion. I love everybody. Feel free to contact me for anything. I learned a lot from everybody, not just the staff, but the leaderships in the band and the relationships in the band. So, I'm grateful for all of that. I love y'all and I love the band.
All right. Next, Devin. Smith, you muted.
My bad. Honestly, I want to say everybody just love the band, like Derek said. And I'm just happy the friendships, the love, the brothers, the sisters, everybody. It's funny because Tion up here now. Tion went to high school with my oldest brother, so it's crazy. So like, it's all nothing but love for where we come from. Like Norfolk is love, you know what I'm saying? So and then I'm gonna throw something on what Phil said. Why don't we get a alumni band versus a current band for a basketball pep band game? That'd be dope. That'd be dope. I'm just putting it out there. Just go ahead and get there. Start writing music now. Tonight, I want to see your first page tomorrow morning, 9:00 in my email.
Rick and Derek say tight.
I got homework, man.
I saw the look on his face. He was like, "Nah, I'm good." Phil.
I love y'all. Love the band. For those I'll see this weekend, I'll be down there tomorrow. Continue to be great. Continue to be better. Continue to be excellent to each other. Continue to teach new generations. Keep everything just as fantastic as you can, and continue to love and to teach and to work, because someone will see it. You will change, even if it's one person's life. You will change it. You will make it better. So keep striving and do the best you can.
Brandy.
Let me put my phone at an appropriate level.
Yeah.
Just one, thank y'all tonight for the memories and the laughs. It was much needed during everything that I got going on. And I'm proud of everybody. Y'all doing great. And if ain't nobody told you today, I love you. Keep shining.
Absolutely. We're gonna do a twofer in here. Let's go Tion first and then Ant second.
My last remarks would be, man, love everybody. Most important, I always keep his name relevant. One of my best friends. Rest in peace to Nate, man. Most important, keep it up. All right, so sorry about the trombone in the background.
Oh, you good?
Homecoming, so you know. But, so even now, I still continue to hold this band's welfare above all complaints or grievances. I'm a Dizzy-act to the day I die. You know, and that ain't no time soon. It ain't time for me yet. I still got a lot more to give. I love everybody on this platform, everybody's not on this platform, and just to echo those that we have lost, condolences to them, to their families, and also stuff like this. We need to do this more often because no time is promised. So definitely, I really, this was a treat for me. So, and I'm glad to be here. So, thank y'all.
Well, and I will say I do still solemnly promise to practice diligently and attend all rehearsals if physically able to do so. So,
Yes,
And
sir.
keep it so and ever improve.
God be willing.
God
Yes,
be
sir.
willing. Well, Ton was in here, so I think it says his connection is out. So, again, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through here. I will say this again. Unfortunately, we will not be making it to homecoming, but I will be making it for next year. 20 years in KK Psi. I appreciate Iota Zai for allowing me to be a member of not only the organization but the chapter, and so my line will be celebrating that for next year. Again, I appreciate everything that the Legion has done. I appreciate everything that the Legion is doing. For every performance that I've seen, you guys continue to make me proud. But again, I felt like this was something that I would have been truly wanting to do. I've been wanting to do this for 2 years, and so we finally was able to do it tonight. And I am so excited at the fact that everybody was able to be here. My biggest announcement is we have another show here on the Passionist Network, and it's called Blow the Whistle. So you guys, if you have not seen that episode yet, please go on the Passionist Network and check out Blow the Whistle. Episode 2 will be out not this week, but on next week. But we have some really great things that are happening right here on the Passionist Network. I want to say happy homecoming to everybody at Norfolk State, man. You guys enjoy yourself, be safe, do all the right things. Make sure you stay out of trouble, and whatever you do, don't eat the grapes. I don't have anything else, man. Again, this has been super dope. This has been great. I have nothing else.
Grapes.
No, you don't want no grapes. I'm telling
Hey,
you.
I done had about 15 homecomings, and I'm coming in with a jar myself.
You don't want them grapes. I'm telling you.
Hey, tell them.
But with that being,
last year, my niece, Julia, look, if I may say this, last year, Derek can attest to this. So last year I was supposed to march, and I did the parade. I didn't do the game in the halftime. I sat in the stands and played because my knee was just messed up. When I got back to the tailgate and had a few grapes, bro, I'm out there sliding. That's the power of the grape.
I'm telling you. I told somebody yesterday, the last time I was at a homecoming, I think it was 2011. It was a year the side tent was behind the tennis court. And I went in there and I messed up, but I ate like 4 grapes, and I made it to lot 14, right at the parking, right before you get into the street. And I don't remember nothing else that happened after that. I can tell you that. So if you smart, don't eat the grapes. I ain't got nothing else for you, man. This has been super great. I love y'all. I love you guys. Behold, and we gonna go out on that.
That is